Welcome to Boys episode 84. Hear the audio fidelity. Hear the lighting. Hear the decor.
Hear the table.
We're in our new studio again.
Back.
We're just bouncing around like a bunch of vagrants.
Couple of leapfroggers over here.
Tripla
Triple
leapfrog.
leapfroggers.
So how many times have you guys had to move?
Moved around a bit.
Yeah.
We did some at your house.
We did a couple. Yeah, we did some at my house.
We did a few at your house.
Yeah, I did a couple at my old abode.
I like to say that we're modular.
Yeah.
Modular boys.
We fit in where we get in where we fit in.
So episode 84.
Episode 84.
We've got a very special guest this evening.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, me too.
It'll be fun.
You know, I don't know him that well.
Mm-hmm.
I know of him. We say hi. We nod. We do the what's up. Well, I do the what's up.
Yeah.
And he does like the cool like.
Oh, I thought you were saying he does the Budweiser, and that's how you know you guys are.
No,
you're both drinking Budweisers that night.
He does the what's up? I'm kind of famous.
What's up?
Yeah. You know, I go on tour and shit. You know, party, play rock and roll drums.
Rock and roll drums. Yeah.
Speaking of Budweiser, fuck them. We got Anthem.
Tonight I'm drinking the Eurobura Stout. 'Tis the season.
Doing the OK Pills.
What's this?
It's the ride or die, my friend.
Yep.
That's their best.
It's pretty dope. I like the can.
It is dope. Speaking of dope, how about a dope website for your ass?
The dopest.
boyspodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There's links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I just now noticed I can make this screen bigger.
Nice, Dad. Boys Podcast is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, whatever podcatcher you use, wherever you desire to pull us from, pull us down, pull us from the Matrix into your ear holes, into your brain,
Cyberpunk.
and out through your mouth to a friend. Rate, review, and subscribe, please.
While you're on the internet, why don't you pull up your email browser? Email browser?
Your email browser. I like it.
Pull up your Yahoo, pull up whatever it is you're using. Email us at boys@boyspodcast.com. Give us a little bit of feedback. Put in that physical address. As everyone knows by now, you'll get some free stickers and shit. We are going to make some new buttons with that classic Come Original logo.
Beautiful. The shirts are selling like hotcakes. Get your boys' sweatshirt.
It's getting cold.
Crew neck shirt.
Get that crew neck.
Perfect for Christmas. We got some last minute shoppers out there.
I've heard people say it's not a hoodie. Well, you know what you can do? You get it a size bigger, pop a hoodie on underneath it.
Or over it.
Or over it.
Double sweatshirt. See, I went with the crew neck because I have a hoodie.
Yeah.
Most people have a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought crew neck, it's kind of hip right now. You get it oversized, nice and comfy on a Sunday afternoon.
I like that you said I have a hoodie because I own a couple of hoodies, but there's the one hoodie that I wear more than any other ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You have your hoodie.
Yeah. And is that what you meant by a hoodie? Like,
I have a few myself, but I have like my go-to.
The go-to hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Given to me by Bobby Wintle of District Bicycles.
Oh, I love that. That's a good hoodie.
It's a great hoodie.
Good hood.
Thank you to our sponsors, Anthem Brewing. Again, we're all having one tonight. Maybe we'll have two. We'll get crazy. We'll talk. We'll swill. We'll have a good time. Fatbison.com. Good man, good wood, serious designs. Fatbison.com. And lastly, OKC Comedy. OKCComedy.com. You know, they don't bring you wood. They don't bring you liquid.
But you will get wood from laughing so hard it'll turn you on.
Every time I go to an OKC Comedy show, I have a raging hard on the entire time.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. Something about laughing, the vibrations in my guttural chasm.
Well, what you're doing is your blood is just going through your body. You know, you only have enough blood to make your lungs breathe laughter air, which is not a thing, and then blood to go to your penis.
OKCComedy.com. Laugh your dick off.
Lastly, thank you guys for the donations, your tweets, your comments, your love. It's been pouring in like a wildfire in California.
Ooh. Wow.
Is that too soon?
Never. Never too soon.
But seriously, thank you guys for all that you do, for all that you say, for all that you share.
We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Mean it. And gals.
If not for you, we wouldn't be doing this.
And anyone on the spectrum of gender, whatever, you're welcome here.
All are welcome here.
Without further ado, episode 84 with Chris Gaylor of the All American Rejects. All right, we're here with Chris Gaylor
Got a first timer here.
of the All American Rejects.
Hi guys,
Let's just get that shit out of the way.
Yeah,
Very
that's
first.
me.
Very first.
First one
You
ever.
ever listen?
I started a few months ago listening to podcasts.
And your thoughts?
They're great, especially when you're really burnt out on music. You just don't want to listen to anything, but you want something in your head. You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I go through phases where I'll do like podcasts for a while, then I'll like, let those pile up, all the episodes of all the shows that I like.
Sure.
And then I'll go get back into music for a while and then turn back around, do a 180, get right back into those podcasts.
Yeah,
It's
man.
nice to do.
It's overwhelming the amount that are out there too. Like when I started, I was like, oh geez, look at all this. So conspiracy stuff mainly.
Oh, do you do last
That's pretty
podcast on
sweet.
the left?
Never. What is that? I don't
Oh,
know.
you got
dude.
checked that one out.
All
Days
right,
and
do it.
days and days of podcasts. dude.
It's so good. It's all kinds of conspiracy theories, true crime. Like,
See, that's what I got into. It was like Sword and Scale, and I drive back from New Orleans, and I was
Yeah.
like, what is this stuff we're listening to?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
I
good
just
for
finished that one.
road trips for sure.
Yeah.
Kills a lot of time.
Sword and Scale is dope.
It's a good one.
One of the best.
Like the kid who kills the little girl and hides her in the attic or something like that. It was like this. What?
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor if you haven't already. Don't listen to episode 20.
Oh,
What's it about?
It
or
was
two.
It was the Christian puppeteer pedophile cannibals.
I'm definitely listening to that one.
Yeah.
It
Dude,
that was the
it's-
worst way to make me. It sounds so interesting.
Yeah.
dude, it is so intense. All these people are in jail, rotting away as they should.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't interview any of these people, so they make these computer voices read back the transcripts between the people, and it's a man and a woman.
Like Stephen Hawking sounding computer voices?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, we got a real rookie in the corner. Roman Reigns. Rein it in.
Oh my god.
Roman Reigns, my least favorite wrestler.
Are you into wrestling?
I am.
Who's your, okay. All right. So let's start this off right. God damn it, Roman.
Oh my god.
There was two rules, man. Two.
He's throwing his
putting outside like an empty milk jug.
like your shoes to be shined. All right. So back to wrestling. Let's get this started right. I need your okay. Are you a Raw man, a SmackDown man? A little bit of both.
Well, I went to my first actual WWE event, like live, like a few months back.
Okay.
SmackDown.
All right.
So I'm a newbie when it's coming to wrestling. Like I watched it when I was a little kid,
Yeah.
like Sergeant Slaughter, and I'm dating myself.
No, dude.
No. Hulk
But-
Hogan.
Yeah, like Jake
Macho
the
Man,
Snake,
Ultimate
Hacksaw
Warrior.
Jim Duggan, yeah. Randy Savage, yeah.
Papa Shango.
Bam Bam Bigelow. Can we just keep saying
Bam-
more old
yeah.
wrestlers?
Of course.
Earthquake.
Yeah, Tugboat.
I can look up the roster. We can
Just
just
keep
go
going.
through it.
Who was the guy who threw salt in people's faces? Remember that guy? He looked kind of like Short Round.
Oh, Salt Bay.
Yeah, exactly.
Gross.
Short Round?
Disgusting.
He looked like a really fat Short Round.
Oh, I think I remember what you're talking about, but I don't know.
What's Short Round? Is that just
Short
like
Round from Indiana Jones.
Oh,
He looked like
You know,
really
little
fat
Asian
Short Round.
kid.
never
Yeah.
seen it. So
What?
We got to make a list of how many classic movies Robbie has never seen.
Wait, you've not seen Indiana Jones?
None of them. You've never seen any of them.
I have the first one. We're gonna watch it now.
I'm a movie simp. I'm just a complete simp when it comes to movies.
I was kind of hoping you would say, like, I really liked Crystal Skull.
No,
That would've been-
never seen it.
These are classic movies, though, man.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
I know I'm missing out. I know. I've never seen all of the Star Wars. Is that a weird thing to say? Like I've never seen all of them?
Have you seen Back to the Future?
Yes. Of course. I'm not
I'm,
an idiot.
I'm just going for the Spielbergian.
Okay, hold on. You can't say of course after
Exactly.
you just said what you said.
What about E.T.? I mean, it like
I know how to phone home. You know what I'm saying? Elliot,
The Goonies.
Nope.
Whoa, that's that. Wow.
Do you want to just leave now?
But that's cool. To make,
No,
here's the thing,
we've got a date. You and I.
There's
down.
there's like there's probably like a niche of that, like did it before it's cool, but you don't do any of that stuff.
It's that kind of movie where you like look at a TV and watch it. It's those that I haven't seen that many of. I don't know, man. I've always been a simp when it comes to movies. Like I enjoy cinema.
What's your favorite movie?
Yeah,
Forrest
what do you-
Gump.
Ugh.
I know. But see, I'm a simple man.
I do know what movies are.
That is my favorite movie of all time. I have other favorites, but I would say overall, Forrest Gump. Because it's a love story. There's action. There's comedy. It's nice and long.
Sure.
Great music. Great music.
This was a fact I learned the other day. Apparently, Tom Hanks turned down the role of Andy Dufresne in Shawshank Redemption because he decided to do Forrest Gump instead.
Probably
a good
solid
idea.
move.
I think it's a fact. I don't know. Shawshank was a really good movie. I was like, wow,
Yeah,
what
but
a
is there a
choice.
Shawshank themed restaurant? I don't fucking think so.
Is there a Shawshank themed chain of restaurants?
That's true.
Bubba
Gump.
Have you been to a Bubba Gump before?
No, I've no need.
neither.
I'm vegetarian. I have no need to go to a Bubba Gump shrimp company.
like
Get the vegan shrimp.
I've driven past a lot of them.
Have you ever been in one?
I've been in one, but never eat. I've never.
Okay, I'll say I've been in one. There's on the Santa Monica Pier. There's one. I've been to that. Walked into that one because I was there.
Yeah, I feel like it's it's probably like a Chili's type thing where there's like goofy stuff all over the wall, like tchotchkes.
A lot of tchotchkes. It's like the
You guys talking about shenanigans?
like Planet Hollywood, that kind of
just
shit.
a tourist trap.
Tourist trap
with shrimp.
Yeah, and they sell those bitchin' red hats.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Like the one the president wears?
It might as well say fucking Bubba Gump Shrimp Company on it.
Dude. Why haven't I not seen that Photoshop yet? Like out of all the Photoshops of our
the lobster in it or the shrimp in it is Trump. Like
no,
there's a
like
face on the
he's just wearing a Bubba Gump Shrimp Company hat. You know he owns one.
Oh, for sure. My favorite movie of all. Okay, what if he came out and says my favorite movie of all time? It has to be Forrest Gump.
I'd love him even more.
I eat Bubba Gump Shrimp Company 4 nights a week.
Speaking of his diet, I did see that in the news this week.
Yeah.
And this podcast isn't all about hating Trump.
Is it horrendous or something? There was some headline about his diet. And I was like, I'm not going to read this right now.
Well, he eats like a garbage person.
He eats like a child.
Yeah.
You don't say.
So somebody on his campaign trail, there was a McDonald's employee that like kept the receipt from his order, like printed out another receipt and kept it.
Oh, he done the same thing.
And or something to that effect. She got the data somehow. She breached the security that is the McDonald's POS systems.
Got a real hacker on her hands.
Yeah, cyberpunk. Got it. And he ordered 2 Big Macs, 2 filet of fish, and a chocolate malted shake.
What?
That is so much.
Now hold on. What was the size of the chocolate malt?
Does it matter? He's putting that on top of 4 sandwiches.
No. You're taking... That's... The flavor profiles don't even match up. A Big Mac against a Filet-O-Fish? Come on now.
I don't know, eating fish at a McDonald's is like rolling some dice anyway, man.
For sure.
But it's wildly grown. Wait, wildly caught? Can't be wildly grown. What am I talking about?
It's wildly caught in a lab in China.
Yeah, it's got to be like, that's got to be farm fish, right?
Yeah, that's definitely farm fish.
Did you
If
get
it's
any-
even like fish.
It's
Did you get
farm.
any fries or anything? Do you know?
No, no
that's a weird-
fries.
Okay.
A man that doesn't like sides.
Okay.
You're a non-sidesman?
Okay.
Well, our president.
I thought you'd be a nuggets and honey type of guy, being as like childish as you could, you know?
No,
like,
nuggets and ketchup.
Yeah.
yeah, like
He's
filet
that
of fish
asshole.
is almost too sophisticated, I think.
Right. That's like that's deep in the menu. It's
Yeah.
not at the top.
It's a deep cut.
I just imagine Trump with like all of his like nuggets on the table, and then he's got like a pyramid of ketchup in the middle, and then he's taking his fries and he's building a wall, just segregating, you know, light meat, dark meat.
He seems like the kind of guy who, when he gets fries, he splatters the ketchup all over the fries instead of putting it in a pile.
He's just doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, the finger lickers.
Those little fingers.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Doesn't
All
take
right.
long.
So, real
AP Deli
quick.
got something.
So that meal right there, and this is, I'm third micing hard right now.
Do it.
2,734 calories is what he consumed at McDonald's
in one meal.
one meal.
Good data, by the way.
Yeah.
But that seems a little low for
Right.
2 Big Macs,
Big Macs,
and then
2
2 filet of fish, and then
Well, because where the calories come from, like where you get those extra bonus like 500
Where you get the
calories.
bump?
Where you get the bump is those fries, and he's a monster for not eating the fries, because how are you gonna go to fucking McDonald's and not get fries?
It's the best part of McDonald's.
But
That's true.
Right?
that is true. That number isn't as high as I thought it'd be.
I'm really surprised he didn't get a kid's meal just to get a toy.
Yeah.
He seems like the kind of guy who would really want that toy.
I'm sure he just buys the toys. He's
Probably.
like, yeah, I just want the toy. I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck with the
He
meal.
seems like the kind of guy like he'd get the wrong toy and he'd go up and like argue about it.
yeah.
And then try to like, bring in his art of the deal skills.
Excuse me, I was hoping to get the Optimus Prime toy. I got Bumblebee. I already have 3 Bumblebees. Can I trade in my 3 Bumblebees for 1 Optimus Prime?
Yeah.
You're getting a deal. I'm getting a deal.
He like he slides 100 across the greasy counter and he's like, I said I wanted the Stevie Janowski.
Do you remember the Expector Gadget toys that you got?
At McDonald's?
In McDonald's meals, you could like put them all together and make a big.
No.
I guess I am younger, so that's when
you're
I was
like 12.
Yeah, I'm 12 years old.
Dude, I was eating pussy when you were getting those toys, so chew on that.
Cool. I was eating chicken nuggets. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Chris, favorite
Yes.
wrestler?
Man, bushwhackers were up there when I was a kid. Sergeant
like
Slaughter.
when they would like lick each other's faces. And do
yeah,
that
they were just
cool
like, they
arm
were,
thing.
I mean, like you're like 7 years old.
Yeah,
They were so
no.
over the top, like
Yeah.
the walk out, you know?
Such bravado.
Yeah.
Now,
It was a good one.
Did they not have like a 2x4 thing too?
Nope.
That was Jim Duggan.
That was Jim
I also
Duggan.
liked Glow a lot when I was a kid.
Oh, Glow was tight.
Yeah, like Big Bad Voodoo Mama,
Yeah.
or Big Bad, just Big Bad Mama. She was like the voodoo lady. It was great. There's Farmer's Daughter. She was a good one.
Several characters. Yeah, they all did different characters. I didn't realize when I was a kid, even like in the WWF, that these characters were the same. Some of them were the same dude. Like, wasn't like Earthquake like 3 different dudes?
Well, they had different names in their career.
And yeah, it's all change up. Like if one character's not working, they'll
Change it up to
change
another
the guy
guy.
over,
Like
yeah.
Undertaker was somebody else before that, or Sting or something like that.
Well, Undertaker had like 4 different versions of himself that he just
Right.
like kind of switched between every time he died, which was fucking tight.
Now, did they pass the torch of Sting on to a different person? Because when I was a kid, I remember Sting being like
Sting was my favorite.
he
His-
looked like Billy Idol, right?
His daughter, I think his daughter's wrestling.
Okay, now you're thinking Ric Flair.
Am I thinking Ric Flair?
Yeah, the Nature Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, is it his daughter that's
Yeah,
wrestling?
Charlotte Flair.
Yes, that's it.
Tall,
That's it.
blonde, big
Yeah,
shoulders,
yeah,
beautiful.
Big shoulders.
She does. She's, and I mean this in the most loving way. But she's shaped like like an upside down triangle,
Sure.
not like a pyramid. The other way.
But her shoulders are what you're
She
looking
has
at.
very broad shoulders.
She's a pro wrestler. I mean, she's not going to be
Yeah.
dainty.
No,
you know?
she's like tough as fuck. Like she's awesome. Charlotte
Taff.
Flair. Yeah. Favorite wrestler growing up, Dylan.
Sting.
Okay, are we talking? Okay, hold on.
Like-
what's my age again? Are we talking bleached hair?
No.
Sting?
I'm talking like
Goth Sting.
he was like
The Crow.
So
when he
the
was-
so the Crow's
That
pretty
was
cool.
like that
I'm
was
just
like
gonna
the
do that.
Attitude Era, wasn't it?
yeah.
It was so fucking tight. He'd just show up and beat the piss out of you with a baseball bat, and then everyone freaked out. Like that's super cool.
That was definitely Attitude Era. I worked at Hot Topic when
Because
that
he would
was
come
going
down out of
on.
the rafters sometimes. Like
He would like rappel down from the ceiling.
Yeah, he just sting
on-
on down.
Yeah, just sting on down. It's like I didn't. So I don't remember watching a lot of like WWE and WWF, but I know I really liked Sting because like I saw it when I was really, really young. And then when I actually started watching wrestling, like hardcore, was like the Hardy Boys, dude. I love the
Yeah.
Hardy Boys so much. Like Jeff and Matt Hardy were my I actually, all the shitty, terrible wrestling merch that there is, fucking had one of their necklaces, dude. It was sweet. Me and my best friend who watched wrestling together and liked the Hardy Boys both got those necklaces.
Did you wear them while you were viewing?
all the time? Are you joking?
No, we gotta put the necklaces on. The
Yeah.
Hardy Boys.
They would glow when they got real close to each other.
Yeah.
You say Hardy Boys, and my mind just goes to the book, like
Yeah.
the Hardy Boys
Well, that's
book.
because you're an old man.
What if do they come out like dressed as like that would be kind of cool?
No.
They solve a mystery and then kick some ass.
No, the Hardy Boys look like what Hot Topic looks like now.
Oh,
And they still do.
They still do.
Now, when you were watching this with your buddy,
Uh-huh.
did you ever play a little ring toss? Necklaces came off, did a little ring toss while you playing them, while you were watching them?
No,
Okay, just curious.
No. I don't.
Favorite wrestler?
I stopped watching wrestling when I was a kid, but Sergeant Slaughter was definitely the first one I dressed up.
Because he was also the G.I. Joe.
Yeah, and he was easy to dress up as Halloween. Just get some fucking fatigues, toss that shit on, some aviators, you're good to go. Sergeant Slaughter, Bam Bam Bigelow, just because he was short and fat, and I was short and fat. So
I forgot about the crossover with G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
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 Now, what came first? The Slaughter or the Joe?
The Slaughter came first. No. Yeah,
That's
Slaughter
a good
came
question.
first.
We need some. We got some.
Slaughter came
intel
first.
on
Yeah,
that?
we got AP over here.
I'll look it up real quick.
I need to get you my laptop, bro. What am I thinking? We got TV right here. We could be watching highlights.
I'm fairly certain that Slaughter WWF came first, and they tied it into the Hasbro toys to sell more toys because you got a wrestler on your team.
He was a popular GI Joe.
What pissed me off though in those shitty GI Joe movies they made back a couple of years ago, no Sergeant Slaughter.
Shitty. Those are awesome. Take it from me.
The guy who knows cinema.
What was the one where the insect people were fighting like
Starship Troopers?
No, Cobra, it showed how Cobra Commander got the twisted looking face and everything like that, and
I didn't really watch them too deeply.
Yeah, it was I think a couple of GI Joes died in that movie. It was a dark movie.
Was it one of the newer ones?
No, it was old. I mean, it came out when I was a kid.
Oh, talking about like a cartoon movie.
Oh yeah, not with what's this guy? Channing Tatum or whatever.
Sexy Channing Tatum.
Good looking man. Good looking man.
Okay, so I never I didn't ever really watch Sergeant Slaughter. So looked it up on Wikipedia, and his thing is Sergeant Slaughter G.I. Joe. So I'm not really exactly sure what you're asking. So was Sergeant Slaughter?
He was a wrestler.
Yeah, I know he was a wrestler, but was he he was on G.I. Joe too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're looking this up.
Okay,
Slaughter.
so Sergeant Slaughter's first appearance on G.I. Joe is 1985.
All right.
Great.
We gotta
Keep
start.
that in the memory bank. So yeah, that was my favorite thing growing up. And then I guess when we were in high school, it started becoming like a thing again, like
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Bill Goldberg was
Goldberg was
Yeah.
pretty. Who was the suck it guy?
Oh, DX.
DX.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot.
Well,
He
that
cool.
was a duo. There were two people. Wasn't Shawn? I believe Shawn Michaels was part of DX, and there was somebody else.
teams. They started
Hollywood
doing
Hulk
teams.
Hogan.
When
dude.
he fucking just fermented that beard. Jesus Christ.
And he was wearing those dope Jinkos. Have you seen the picture of him? Have you seen the picture of Hulk Hogan in Jinkos?
No.
Goddamn, we need this TV set up so I could just punch that mug up. It'd be
He wore like a black
it'd be
feather
a
boa.
riot. I don't know. There's a picture of him holding his son's hand when his son is super young, and he's got his Oakley wraparounds and his what's that called? Like a skull cap, I think.
Yeah.
And then like a black tank top, and he is wearing the most high water black parachute material
That's awesome.
Jinkos,
Piping
and then
on him and
combat
everything.
boots or some sort of sneakers or something. But
So the G.I. Joe came first.
Okay.
all right.
No, I'm lying.
Whoa. Fact check.
Sergeant Slaughter's first debut was in 1972.
Okay, so yeah, so they did a crossover to sell more G.I. Joe toys.
Yeah,
That is okay.
that's pretty cool.
Learn something new every day.
Jump into the mind of Sergeant Slaughter or Roy Musgrave, whatever his name is. And they're like, dude, not only are you going to be in the WWF, but we're going to fucking model you after a G.I. Joe.
But no-
that's the shit.
But do you think he got any money? You think he got any resids
Some of that Joe money?
from the do you get any Joe money?
Well, I don't know. They are
No,
just pawns.
You have to, man. He created that character.
Did he voice the GI Joe cartoons?
He did.
Son of a bitch.
Nah, I don't believe it.
You don't think he did?
No.
I think he did.
Because that's where the money is.
I met him at a mall when I was like 8 or something. He came to a mall, did like the tour.
Oh, the old mall wrestler tour of the 80s.
You know, they do like those little things where they do like meet and greet shit. Like, remember like when Saved by the Bell dudes came to like Frontier City and
They did?
in Whitewater Bay? Oh, yeah. You remember that shit?
Uh-uh.
It was like 90 something or other.
Oh, wow.
So,
Anyway.
Chris, who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Famous?
Sergeant Slaughter.
Sting.
I don't know. The first thing that pops into mind is like Hugh Hefner.
Oh, you met the Hef.
Yeah. I met
did
Hugh
you go to
Hefner one
the-
time. We went to the mansion one time, and I spent most of my time at the zoo there. I was just blown away that I was in Hollywood and there was like a zoo in someone's house. The grotto smelled really bad,
I've
but
heard,
I met Hugh Hefner. It
heard
was
tale
cool.
that the mansion's kind of shitty.
It's older. I mean, it's
Not
obviously-
not updated.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, we could only obviously go to a certain part of it. So
Right.
like it didn't seem shitty because we were like, oh my God, we're at the Playboy Mansion.
Sure.
Like, how are we here right now?
Yeah.
Type thing. So it was pretty cool to meet that guy. Tom Selleck was another one. Really tall guy. Real tall guy.
Ever meet Burt Reynolds?
Come on now. You think I'd be sitting here talking to you?
If I met Burt Reynolds, I'd be running the Burt Reynolds message board. What are you talking about?
He did voice Sergeant Slaughter.
Wow.
Yes.
Boom. So the Joe came first.
No,
No,
he
Wrestler came first.
Wrestler came first. Then G.I. Joe was like, yo, that's
Oh,
lit.
okay. Okay.
And then, yeah.
So
Well,
they adopted the persona.
There's probably a lull in G.I. Joe.
Oh, for sure.
We gotta sell some fucking toys. This Joe ain't cutting the mustard. Duke ain't selling toys.
Why isn't it G.I. Jane? Speaking of good movies. I'm all about equality. All right, Chris, so we've known each other a long time, but we don't really know each other.
What do you want to know? Let's get to know each other.
I do. I want to
Let's
get to know you.
bond.
That's why you're here.
All right.
That's why you're here tonight, is to get to know you and kind of share your story of how you got to where you are now. So my oldest memory of you is kind of from, the Oklahoma City music scene, pre-Rejects.
Sure.
Give me a rundown of some of the bands you were in or involved with. Let's just do a little timeline here.
I did. Oh, wow. I guess the first band that played shows was this band called Dry Heave. It's like a lot of punk bands, like Dry Heave. Then
Wait. Dry Heave was a punk band?
Yeah.
I thought it would have been like New Wave or something.
The Byproducts. I played in Mr. Crispy for a while, a band called Leasing Nations. And then I did like 2 shows with Euclid Crash and then the Rejects.
Okay, I think the first time I saw you play was with Mr. Crispy. You guys were opening for Carrots, Flowers, and Real Big Fish at the Boar's Head.
Yes. Yeah, that was I got kicked out of that show.
Me too.
Yeah.
Up top, dude. I totally did, but I snuck back in after I got kicked out.
I was giving like my friend, you guys know Reagan Kalaki,
Oh,
Jacob
yeah.
Tallarico. They
For
came
sure.
to the show, and then, I was underaged. They gave us all these drink tickets, and I didn't think about it. I was just like, they're letting us drink? We're playing.
Right.
I was really young. I didn't so I was giving him, and then I got kicked out for giving underage kids drinking tickets, and I was like, but I'm not 21.
But they're my friends.
to me. Like, that's
You
what I
came to
thought
me.
the deal was. Yeah, I thought we had a thing.
Now, how long after you played did you get kicked out? Was it like way later in the night? Or
Like
was it...
an hour and a half into the night, and then I had to come back, and they let me play.
Oh, so you got
the
kicked
show-
out before you played?
Wow.
No, after
Oh,
after I
okay.
played, because I was
Okay.
celebrating. It's like, we just played a huge show.
Yeah.
Yay.
I crowd surfed at that show.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
Nice. And I think was Carrots Flowers some of the guys from Maroon 5?
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that the...
And
Pretty
Travis
cool. What?
Barker was playing drums for them, I believe.
Was he?
I think
For
if-
Karis Flowers or
I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me correct, he was the drummer of that band during that tour.
Hmm.
who else was playing that night?
Real Big Fish?
Real Big
And
Fish.
then Goldfinger played... Who played, like, the next weekend, though?
That was Goldfinger. That was my second. No, Goldfinger played the week before. Perhaps I don't know.
It was
Either
at the
way.
Boar's Head, right in the French Market Mall.
The French Market Mall. Was that
Yeah.
an Eminem Productions show? I bet it was.
Maybe. I don't know. I know I saw Goldfinger right around then, but I think I saw Goldfinger before and I know they played at the TNT building at the fairgrounds. And that
Maybe
was my
that
very
was
first
it.
concert.
There was like 2 back-to-back shows
Concert.
or something like that. And then I remember because I'd gotten kicked out, and then the next weekend we were playing another show, and they were like, okay, you're going to be good this time? And I was like, well, now I know the rules. Okay, we're good.
I've been getting Goldfinger and Gold Earring mixed up the whole time. I was like,
They
you
sound
guys
so
were
similar.
fucking Radar loved it? Like, that's tight. But
Showing our
I'm
age.
wrong.
No.
Sorry, guys.
Radar loves that's a hell of a song.
Dude, it is. It was one good song that they ever made.
So
Hell of a
at
tune.
that show, I was doing some stage diving. I was dressed up like a brand new boy, ready to go. Grab me one of those too, please. Thank you. I was crowd surfing and I got pushed up on the stage when the fish, we're just doing their thing.
That's what we call them.
Yeah, just fishing,
Yeah.
I got pushed up on the stage, and here's me and my Doc Martens all clumsy, My foot gets wrapped up in the mic cord, and I knock the singer's mic over.
So we had really good times at that show.
We had
Like,
great
we were at our
times.
best. weren't
Oh
we?
yeah, and it was snowing that night. Because I know
Yeah.
this because
Yeah.
a security guard ran at me on the stage, and I was just like, "Fuck," and he picked me up, and there were the stairs behind the stage that went straight down
Yep.
and out the back door.
Mm-hmm.
This security guard threw me down the stairs, and my arm was buckled up underneath myself, and I opened the door with my arm and my shoulder. And into this beautiful snow globe of falling snow, and I'm sweaty in a t-shirt and some Docs, And I snuck around and I fucking like, I did that thing like, you know, when you're a kid and you like bend over and put your arms out like you're an airplane and you run around.
Sure, yeah.
I did that exactly right back into the venue.
Did you get to stay in?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. I just like booked it and I like ran straight into the pit.
Yeah.
You know,
The pit, man.
never to be seen again.
See you in the pit.
Anthem Brewing, when drinking in the pit.
Dude, I love to drink about 18 anthems and just get in the pit, you know?
Throw up, dude.
Frick, yes, you do.
Just slosh around.
Freak, yes.
The pit. So do you guys see a lot of pits at your shows? A lot of pits at the AAR shows?
No, not really. I mean, every now and then it happens and you get really excited because it's not really, I guess we're not a pit band, you know?
You're like a bounce band.
Yeah.
I would say
totally-
people bounce to you.
They bounce to
this.
A little bit of crowd surfing every now and then, but
Sure.
mainly, you know, bouncing. I would say more
Bouncing,
than
maybe some
anything.
lighters, some cell phones out for some songs.
Yeah,
That's
sure. But
cute
no
as
pit,
fuck.
but it's fun when it happens.
Yeah.
I'll say.
So how long have you been in the Rejects at this point?
Since 2003.
So 15 years almost.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
How have things changed?
Getting your
since-
driver's permit next year, right?
That's like as old as I am.
How have things changed since you joined to now? I mean, I know you guys have had several albums, done
Yes.
a lot.
But yeah. I mean, you know, it ebbs and flows, I suppose. I mean, I've grown up. I joined the band when I was 22, 23 years old, so we kind of grew up. Most of my entire adult life so far, besides a couple of years, was with this band. And more so with the other guys. So, I mean, our whole adult lives have happened so far.
I was going to say,
It's a lot of stuff, you know, if you think about it.
You and Mike Kennedy, Boys alum,
Yeah.
you guys spent a lot of time together for a long time.
We lived together for a long time. We played in several bands together.
These enzymes.
Yeah.
I've got that CD somewhere
That
around
band
here.
was
Dope.
But it was so fun.
I dug it.
It was so
Super
fun.
group. So let me ask you this: not how have you changed so much, but how has the audience changed? Because you know the Rejects are a band that's hip to young people, I would say.
Yeah,
And they have been for a long time.
yeah, we don't have a thing. Like our audience isn't like this one thing. I think it's what I would notice is like we have these people from all different walks of life that go to the shows. So it's not like we have this prototypical Rejects fan. I think maybe for a while it was like younger girls, but when you're into music, like young girls are really into music, you know? And I think for maybe a while that was like, but still like, it's weird. Like you'll have like 60-year-old men at a show and then you'll have, you know, like a 12-year-old boy. It's like, it's all over the place. So
That's pretty cool, though.
I actually love it.
Yeah,
I think it's
6-year-old men and
great.
12-year-old boys?
I mean, like,
No one's too cool.
Talk about topical.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's
We're
pretty
like
cool
Roy
for longevity.
Moore, you know.
I like to get 6-year-old boys. 6-year-old boys? I
Damn,
guess.
dude.
And 12-year-old men.
Does he ride a horse to every
I don't think he's got a driver's license.
I saw that today, and I just thought, first of all, he wears that howdy doody cowboy hat that's like barely sitting atop the head, like
which
some
is not
sort
really
of
even
fucked
a
up
Georgia or
yarmulke.
Alabama thing, right? That's more of like a Texas,
Yeah.
Right?
out west thing.
Yeah,
You know?
Seems like this guy's a fucking liar.
he's lied about some stuff.
That's
I
true.
mean, there's some allegations afloat. I don't know if you've heard about them.
No,
but,
please indulge.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to get into all the horny details, but
Hot and horny details.
they're out there. So something I want to ask you, Chris, is so you've been in this band a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, there's ebbs, flows, there's ups and downs.
Yeah.
And I've always been curious to ask somebody, how old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
38.
All right, I'm 36.
All right.
You're in good
Here
company.
we go. How are your knees? Good?
Knees fine, shoulder not so good.
Yeah, it happens, man.
Not so good.
Yeah, that right shoulder just kind of goes. Is
You
your,
get at
your
that
left?
age.
Mine's the left.
Mine's the right. Right is just gone. I can't.
Wait, Josh, how old are you?
35.
Fuck.
How old are you?
24.
You baby boy
What?
over here.
Yeah, I'm 24. I'm turning 25 in January. Wow. Yeah. I got it put together, man.
What the fuck did that say to me?
No, I don't know shit. It's fine.
That's why you're under Robbie Ray's wing. I'm just going to groom you.
To be a dad?
Whoa. I'm okay with that.
I'm kidding. You're a great role model.
Stop watching movies.
Listen.
Stop listening.
Right, I know. Just like never watch another movie again.
Listen, my girlfriend is much younger than I am.
All right. All right.
I had to get that shout out. I'm sorry. Speaking of groupies,
Wow.
just kidding. Or am I? Being in a band that's hot to the youngins, it's like, I'm curious, you know, because you hear these tales from the road and all this shit. Like, I've read the Motley Crue book, the Kiss books. That shit doesn't happen anymore.
Well, not with us.
You guys,
at
you guys
least.
sitting your dick and burritos?
Like disappointed.
I mean, yeah, like we were never. We partied a little bit. We were never like. Most of us were in relationships, you know.
Right.
During that time, we would have been really wild, you know, with sleeping around anyway. Like you're not really. There was a couple times where a couple things happened, but that's not like it wasn't like a band thing. It was like I'm single and 27 thing.
Yeah. The natural thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like girls lined up everywhere and like come on stage. Like, it was nothing.
So you weren't like
nothing cool.
You
like
weren't
that.
giving color coded badges to your roadies to pass out or
none of
anything
that,
like
none of that. And even if we did, we wouldn't have known what to do. We weren't that cool in that department, really. You know, we go to barcades a lot, play pinball type thing. We're not.
See, that sounds nice.
Yeah, that's my kind of tour life. Like, let's get done playing. Let's go get some food. Maybe go play some pinball. Just maybe get back to the hotel before like midnight. Get some sleep. Get some shut eye.
Our
big day tomorrow.
Our crew always did cool stuff, and they would tell us the stories the next day. And we're like, "Oh wow, that's awesome."
Hey man, Gaylor, I fucking went out there last night and met this chick.
I was knee deep in poontang, brother.
Woke up the next day and she had
Is your roadie Hulk Hogan?
Dude, fuck yeah.
He fell on some hard times.
She slipped her hand up my Jenkos, boy. Everything else is a blur. No, that's cool because I think that, looking back before technology and people, meeting people, famous people or people they're fans of and recounting the tales through Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Like, as I'm reading these old, like, for instance, Motley Crue's The Dirt. Great book.
Sure.
Definitely worth a read. I'm not even a Motley Crue fan.
There's the 80s, man. It was a different
Yeah,
period
way
of time.
different time.
Well, our buddy Matt Street, he recommended this book to me, and he's not a Motley Crue fan either. He's just like, I heard about it on a podcast. I bought it used on Amazon for like $3. I read it in like 2 days, and I was like, all right. And he either loaned me his copy or I picked one up cheap or whatever, and I ate it up because it was so debaucherous, all the sex and drugs and the dirt.
Yeah, it's a cool story to read. I mean, even if it's not true. Like, I remember when, Behind the Music was a thing, and you hear about the Motley Crue one was like, I thought Bette Midler's was a good Behind the Music.
Yeah.
But Motley Crue's, whew.
Tell you something. Tell you something.
It was amazing. I mean, like, when he ODs, goes home, and, like, I was like, no way. You're making this stuff up, man.
Well, that goes to my point.
No one does that.
Like, this was before the internet and instantaneous fact checking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How much of that is bullshit?
I don't know. Like, well, fans now, they want to know everything, too. Like, fans now, they want to know. There's no velvet rope anymore, as it were.
I feel like it's a lot easier for people in bands, too, anybody in general, to just put all their shit online.
Yeah, and that's what fans want. They want all this content and content and content. Like, now, there's stories on Instagram and all this stuff. It's like, how much stuff do you really need to know about a person?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm an old man. It's been a long damn road.
Yeah.
Well, that's really interesting. You bring up stories. I was thinking about that today. If you're like, so I run the Instagram for the pedal company that I work for, and Robert, my boss, came to me today and he's like, hey man, he's like, good job on those Instagram stories. We should do that more often. And I'm thinking, dude, like, I post to our company Instagram like 2, sometimes 3 times a day. And then I thought about the stories, and he's like, yeah, but it's good visibility to have our name at the top, because the newest story goes right up front. And I was like, totally makes sense. But I'm in the same boat, Chris. I'm like, my old man brain is like, how much of X, Y, or Z do you need in your feed a day? Like,
and how many times are you
one reminder a day enough?
Yeah, like you really, all day long, like 5-6 times a day. It's like, come on, man, how much stuff do you need?
Dude, I get on Instagram all the time. Like, if I'm just like hanging out, if there's like nothing to do, sitting around, I'll get on Instagram once every couple hours.
There's your answer, man.
So yes, I would say
Need that
totally.
fresh content.
Yeah, because
he's a youngin'.
yeah. So
Yeah,
This
it's
is
true.
good. This is good.
Yeah,
I've looked
good
it up. The
insight.
best time to post anything is at, what was it, like 11 o'clock, like 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. And that's totally makes sense. I know I at least check it then, but I check it all the time too. I mean, like, and it's funny because you want to post it, like, you want to post stuff on there, like, more often than not, because, you know, if you get on Instagram for like 2 minutes, you're not gonna see everybody's shit. You're just gonna see the first like 10, 20 posts tops.
Well, okay, so what kind of Instagrammer are you? And I'm going to open this up to the table. I'll even open it up to old Rome back there.
What do you mean?
What kind of grammar?
Okay.
Are you? Yeah.
Well, I'll start. Okay,
Okay.
just to give you an example. I check my Instagram probably, I don't know, once every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No. Once, I would say like once every 2 hours. I mean,
What are you
I
gonna watch
do it a
movies?
lot. Yeah, I'm watching stories.
Don't have time to watch movies.
No time to watch movies. Gotta check
Content, man.
Instagram.
I'm just watching my stories. No, but I'm on it a lot for work because it's not only posting, but it's like commenting on people's stuff
Right,
and also
right,
running
right.
damage control. Like if I make a post about, you know, like a pedal or a sale and somebody's like, hey, fuck you assholes, I fucking hate you. Like I delete that shit because we're a company like, if somebody said that about the podcast, I'd be like, fuck you. Like, who cares? But this is like a big corporation, you know? It's like, I have to keep it clean for the other people reading it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to like, you know, I'm not trying to spread fake news. I'm not trying to like falsify information, but I'm keeping it clean. Because we have, much like the Rejects, Keeley appeals to a broad audience.
Yeah. You
Of
know?
mostly old men, some younger people.
That's
like more.
dude. That's a really good idea too, because I know that a bunch of people are pretty like they like really love Keeley. So if you just got some guy on there just like fuck you, I feel like it's like an hour before some old dude is just like no fuck you, and it's just like a thing.
It's
and you're like,
totally
"Whoa."
happened. It's totally
Yeah,
happened.
Definitely.
And I'm like refreshing, watching the firefight just go down.
You're like, I'm gonna give this 30 more minutes. Then I'm gonna delete it all.
Yes. I let it run its course.
Yeah, definitely.
A screen cap,
Yeah,
a couple screen
yeah,
caps
for
in a row.
yourself for later.
Yeah.
What?
Later. Yeah, I jerk off to 2 40-year-olds arguing about pedals.
Hey,
It's hot.
dude, whatever floats your
Only way I
boat.
can come these days.
It's all I have left. So my other thing is I nary an Instagram post is not posted and I don't see it. Because when I do check it, I make sure I go to the last one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
The last one you saw before. That.
Yes. Yeah. So
That's what I'll do.
What
at the
about
end
you?
of the night. So alongside of like doing this and like working and stuff, like I'm working on my own thing for Dungeons and Dragons. So a bunch of
I used to play AD&D 2nd edition.
dude, second
the
edition is
time.
tight. Have you played 5th edition?
I haven't played it since I was a kid.
Dude, well, if you're ever in town, let me know. I got you, bruh.
Like a little one shot. Like
yeah,
a
dude,
little one shot
one-shot,
action.
man.
Jump in for just a game.
Yeah, you can. You know what? Next time you
be
can
a
come
guest
on,
character in your
yeah,
campaign.
You can come on my podcast where I do D&D, and you can just play D&D.
A gameo.
And what's the name of that podcast?
It's called Blunders and Braggin'. First episode is going to come out Monday, so
It's on SoundCloud.
it's on SoundCloud. Well, don't go to SoundCloud right now because that shit is weak
Do
as
not
fuck.
listen to Blunders and Bragging.
Yeah, don't. Nope.
Don't
just
never
don't.
listen to
You
it.
know what? I'll give you the okay when it's all right. So the Instagram that I do is
Bookmark it now.
yeah. So I follow a lot of like dice companies. I follow a lot of people who like a lot of D&D podcast Instagrams, some old friends and shit, and like people that do like art and D&D, and I hop on there and like a bunch of stuff and try and like get to know people like through Instagram and everything, and try and like help. I don't know. I like things that
That you like.
I like. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like that's what my Instagram is. It's full of just like nerdy shit and old friends.
Now,
So-
do you let anything slip past you? Or are you like when you check it, do you check it to the last, post that you saw before?
I'll let some stuff pass me through the day, but towards the end of the night, I've seen it all.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? On
Do I?
Instagram.
I don't know.
No, I mean like towards the end of the night, I'll make sure that I peek everything.
All right.
Do you like run out of things? Like I've seen it all.
Yeah, no, I run
Somebody
out of
post something new.
No, it'll be like, oh, I saw that post at 11 o'clock this morning, so we're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel I'm a weird grammer. I don't gram often, and I'm not sure that my posts are great, but I'm a dad poster. I'll take a post of something, a picture of something dumb, and post that shit. What I follow is friends, obviously, and then like funny shit, like fuck Jerry and that kind of stuff. Just something for a little quick chuckle while I'm taking a shit. And that's kind of
That's all that Instagram really is.
That's the grammar that I am. I need a chuckle when I take a shit. I need a quick chuckle before I lay my head down to go to bed and make sure, life is still worth living. All that kind of shit.
Chuckle while I'm taking a shit.
All right, if that's on the next Rejects album, you heard it here first.
No, that's just my vibe.
The buzz bin.
I don't check it a lot, but I check it. I do check when I'm taking a shit.
All right, Roman, I know you're back there, but if you want to make your cameo for the night.
Yeah, cameo. So I think I collect a lot of shit, like vinyls and posters and shit. So I'm kind of I post what I like because I want everybody to see what I have, I guess, in a weird way.
Fuck yeah.
But I did take a Instagram selfie today, so that was...
That's what's up.
Oh, you did?
I don't usually do that. But
Approve of me.
I did. I want people to like me because I was
Yeah.
told recently by Eric Pinnell that I was not cool on social media.
Oh,
So it hurt me.
blow to the digital ego.
Yeah, I know. So that's my Instagram,
What's your Instagram name, Roman?
Roman W405.
There you go.
Take that,
Check it out.
Eric.
Check it out.
All right, Chris, what about you? Are you on the gram?
I am not on.
I was gonna say, 'cause-
yeah,
Okay.
You're not on anything, are you?
I have a Twitter that I never tweet from.
Nice.
Do you look at it?
I look at it for like news and stuff like that.
Nudes?
Things like that. Nudes.
Nude
But,
news.
Roy Moore. Yes.
Yeah, I don't really social media a whole
I don't
lot.
tweet.
Now, how does that? I'm really interested in this because
Okay. What's
as
up?
I've talked about ad nauseum on the show, I have this love-hate relationship with social media,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to quit it all. I want to be off the grid, but I'm so
Cyberpunk.
on the grid that I don't know if I can do it at this point.
I mean, like, take like a week off or something and
I
see
won't.
how you feel.
I just won't.
You won't,
Chris,
yeah?
I'm weak-willed.
Dude, what you do is you gotta maybe just smash the phone.
You go first.
I've already done it. I've done it before.
On purpose?
Drunkenly, accidentally.
So no.
not intentionally then.
But I was without a phone for like a week.
So what
and
you're telling me
it felt great.
is your drunk ass fell.
No, I was explaining to somebody that my screen was shatterproof, and I slammed it on the phone.
Why did you do that?
Because I was drunk and thought that I could prove. And nah, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set that to the side.
This was not by choice, though. You didn't take like a sabbatical.
No. But I believe the cyber gods shined upon me. I was like, hey, maybe you do without that shit for a while. And so I didn't have a phone for like a week, and it was fucking great. It was fucking great to not have a phone.
Well, this is rare, so I rarely talk to someone that is pretty much off the grid. Now, you say you use Twitter for news,
Yeah.
and I've moved into that direction. I don't get... earlier I said once an hour, but I don't get on my personal Instagram. I would say I get on my personal Instagram like once a day,
Sure.
twice a day, but I long for the disconnect.
When you're taking a shit.
So you can chuckle.
I'll just look at Reddit or... I'll just read
Well, Reddit's on
Apple
the internet,
News.
man, if you're gonna
Right, I'm
get off
talking
the
about
grid.
like social internet.
I mean, don't get me
though.
wrong. There's some great Instagrams out there. Like, not like friends. I don't want to know what friends are doing on Instagram. But
Do you just not care? Like,
but like
There's
like,
a TV show, friends. I'm talking about my actual friends.
you know, like Shithead Steve and all those like the goofy memes,
Yeah.
and then like there's this one called the Sketch Factor, and it's all just weird
I'm such a
weird
dad.
facts about like, you know, stuff. I do like, I'm envious about that sometimes, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I don't. I should probably be better at like promoting stuff, considering the line of work I'm in. But
right.
Well, I mean, do you have somebody that does
Classic drummer.
yeah, the other guys in the band.
it? Yeah, then fucking who cares? Yeah, I mean, like
all posting that
yeah, then you're good.
I'm sure the Rejects has like a person that does their social media.
Yeah, I mean, there's you got a Rejects one, and then they all have their own personal ones too. So the fans are gonna follow that. So whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like Chris Gaylor, drummer from the All American Rejects. Hey, would you mind sharing this? Oh yeah, I'll just do like a cave painting, and hopefully someone will walk by.
I'll put out like a Hotmail
Dope,
There you
mass email or
Just-
something. You know,
dude. Just just like tweet it on the rejects.
Yeah.
Come on.
Too bad AIM's gone. Could have just
You're like, no.
could have hosted a chat.
I just wanted. I popped on Instagram just to see if there's any like fan made Chris Gaylor Instagrams.
Oh, dude, that'd be so funny.
I couldn't find any. Also, I'm a dad and I have no idea how to search Instagram properly, so I don't know.
No, I want to.
Well, speaking of, I saw something on Instagram last night, and apparently there's a trend going on right now called masking. Are you? Any of you
dude,
familiar
I
with
saw
this?
that today too.
Is that where you jerk off and throw your jizz on someone's face?
No,
Okay.
it's somebody will take a celebrity woman's like either headshot or like a picture, like if they're walking a red carpet somewhere, and somebody takes a beautiful photo, you know, like a photographer, like, oh, what are you wearing? And they'll like in Photoshop, they'll make their faces green like the mask, and then like shade it and whiten their teeth so they look like Jim Carrey in the mask.
That's such a weird hobby.
Dude, you know, earlier we were joking around about like, oh, it's all I have left to jerk off to or whatever, but like that is some depraved shit.
I thought you were saying that is some sexy shit.
We need to bring pogs back into these kids' life.
Right?
Dude,
You know?
yeah.
Get 'em
Something.
outside.
Get outside. Do something.
Get a sunburn.
Chris, I'm gonna follow you on Twitter. So
I don't think.
There's like it's like me and a tiger. I think it's
no,
that's
dude,
the
it's just your cute ass face with a haircut, dude.
Wait a minute.
That's not me.
Wait a minute.
No. It is. I play bass in Wage War 24, first team All American.
That different guy.
It's a different guy, buddy.
I didn't read the rest of it. I saw All American and was like, that's him. Yeah, no, we're good.
Different guy. But follow that guy anyway. See what he's up
He
to.
seems pretty cool.
See
No.
what he's up to.
We'll just tag him in all the posts.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Who are these assholes?
Fuck. I was not on a podcast.
Oh, it's you and a tiger.
That's what I said.
That's what he just said.
Where are you?
Dude, I wasn't listening. I don't know
Sometimes
what to
I
tell
feel
you.
like we're growing apart.
Well,
Come back to get present with
well,
me.
here's
Come on,
the
baby.
thing. I'm following you.
All right.
Let's come together right now.
Over me?
Yup. All right, we're cool now. Sweet. Now we're friends. Sorry.
Official.
Do we have that squared away? Are we good? Can we move on?
Has everyone got that?
Sorry.
Out there.
Jeez. Yes. We're
All right.
So what do you do when, like, let's say you sit down for your nice morning BM?
Mm-hmm.
What do you look at on your phone?
Man, sometimes I just stare at the floor, and try to find faces in the grain of the wood.
Oh, I do that a lot.
Okay.
You know,
Or like in the
sometimes-
like if the ceiling's one of those like
Or I'll
yeah,
email.
yeah,
I'll like
yeah.
check emails and like return emails and stuff too.
All right.
Or like read the news, like check the news. You know, not very cool. Like social media in the morning are you guys not like, oh god, it's a lot of.
You check the fake
Yes.
news.
I feel that all the time. Like, I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, this is a lot to handle.
Sure.
Like,
It's a lot of last night going on, right?
yeah,
When
a
you wake
lot
up
of
in the
last night and a lot of just the same stuff regurgitated, retweeted,
Yeah.
regrammed, you know, whatever it's called. But like, it's a lot, man. Like, there's in the news this week. I'm Mr. Topical tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
And there's that boy that got bullied, and his mom started like a GoFundMe, or somebody started a GoFundMe page for him. And it's this boy from Alabama it's really sad. And like, I kept seeing his like mugshot, not mugshot, but his thumbnail. It's weird.
Was it? He made like a video, right?
Well, his mom took a video of him, and he got in the car after school or something like that, and he was crying, and he was talking about being bullied and what the bullies did to him, and why would bullies do this, and for other people being bullied, be strong, and he's crying, and he's clearly inbred, and it's very sad.
Aw.
And well, then it surfaces that the mom's Facebook page showed her like posing with a Confederate flag, and I guess there was some like racist tweets or posts by the mom, like talking about like how whites should stick together and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this kid's family sucks ass, so he deserves
Well,
it.
but then it came out that the reason
Some fire, dude.
And again, this is the thing that's fucked up with social media. And Chris, I'm sure you can attest to this. This is why you're off of it. But so much misinformation. Dare I say, the fake news.
A lot of
There's
fake
a
news.
lot. There's a lot of bullshit and noise to swim through.
I'm still
Yeah.
stuck on why do they need to GoFundMe because he was bullied?
Yeah,
I don't-
can I? I'm just gonna.
How much is a bicycle?
I'm just gonna put my little thing in here. People get bullied. I got bullied a lot. I got my ass kicked a lot. Got teased. Got thrown in lockers. Got thrown in trash cans. Got swirled a lot. I didn't fucking cry and say, "Give me a fucking GoFundMe."
No, you went and got boxing lessons.
No, I didn't.
And you took care of it
You
when you
wouldn't
came
got
back
to
to
go to
school.
martial arts movies and pretended like I was a badass, and I was not. No, it made me. It drove me to like playing music and shit. Like I'm just gonna hang out in the garage with my friends and make music.
Yeah.
It strengthened me to be like, man, people are shitty. It taught me the world is not a rubberized playground. You know, there are shitty people out there. There's shitty kids. There's shitty adults raising those shitty kids.
I feel like people are always going to be bullied.
Yeah,
you know,
that
like
shit is not
I don't
gonna
think
stop.
It's ever going to go away.
No. As long as there are fat kids out there, there will be bullies. It's just going to happen.
I was never
Yeah.
a fat kid.
Yeah.
I honestly, looking back, I never really got bullied. I got bullied once in high school. But like when I was young and svelte and beautiful.
That's wow, you got to use it.
Yes.
Was that your word of the day on your calendar?
It was actually on Instagram. Yeah. But no, I never got, I mean, you know, I had little scuffles and little altercations or whatever, but I never got like habitually bullied.
Yeah.
There was a short spell in high school. We talked about it before on the show.
Of course.
It was very
you
short.
dealt with that quickly.
Yeah. I nipped it in the bud. But yeah, kids get bullied, man. And like, that's, it freaks me out sometimes because like, I'm not into the whole like snowflakes and this and that, but like we talked about before, like being in the middle of any argument, like I hate politically correct culture. Like if I make a joke on the show and somebody blows it out of proportion, it's like, fuck you. It's a joke. This is a comedy show, even if it's not funny. Like we're just doing our thing. We're just throwing shit at the wall till something sticks, you know?
Sure.
I'm so tired of the easily offended. But then I see this story about this kid being bullied, and my first initial reaction was like, oh my God, this is terrible. But then I have to realize, like, dude, like, kids get bullied. I saw it happen. I probably did bully someone. Is that going to be something that comes out down the line? Like, you know, with the sexual allegations now, what if, follow me, what if we're sliding down this hill, this slippery slope,
We're sliding down a shithill for sure.
and then anyone that has ever bullied someone gets, like, the spotlight shined on them. Like Chris Gaylor of the All-American Rejects, you bullied that kid at the 7-Eleven for 2 weekends straight. And he came out and tweeted about it and maybe had like an old Polaroid or something. Like,
You're always going to be a nerd.
he gave me a Melvin. Yeah.
Chris Gaylor called me a dweeb in 7th grade, and I've never really gotten over it. And it hurt
Apparently
my
I was right because you're tweeting about it now.
You're a dweeb. Like, let it go. Let it go. No, I'm not saying let sexual allegations go.
No. But like I think like, and I believe that a majority of all those allegations have happened.
For sure.
But there's always going to be these people that are they're going to use it, man, on both sides. They're going to use it because they're either bored or they were mad because that person didn't like him. Not just sexually, like the kid who wasn't cool, and they're going to say something like that because it's going to be an end to kind of get a dig. Does that make sense? What I'm saying, like, so it's weird. Where's the gray area? You know.
So I have 2 things to say about that. Number one, going back to the sexual allegations, like it sucks to be a woman.
Absolutely,
I would imagine
we're big, we're stronger,
we're louder.
It's like, it's like it's got to be freaky, for sure.
Like it has to suck to be any woman. Probably has a tougher time with men than I've ever had with women. So
I would much rather be a dude because of those reasons.
Exactly.
They go through way more shit every single day.
Every day.
I'm a white male.
Yeah,
my
dude,
life has
we don't have to
been
worry about shit.
So easy.
Okay, but I'm glad you
dude.
said that because I am a white male as well. But I've never raped anyone.
No,
I don't think
Haven't done
I've
that?
ever even Al Frankened someone. Well, no, I've grabbed a lot of tits when women were passed out.
I hovered your hands over to.
It's just me, Casper. Reference, kids. Yeah.
No.
I got it.
No. Okay.
No, I've
seen that one?
I haven't grabbed tits. I haven't grabbed. Well, no. What I'm saying is, that being said, like being a woman is terrible and tough. My second thing, I don't remember, but I'll get back to it. What are your thoughts, Josh? You're going crazy over there.
On what?
You're just fidgeting around.
Man, that's why I kind of stay away from all the social media and all that shit because it starts to really bug me. I start to I start to see society going in a. There you go.
Anthem Brewing.
Anthem Brewing. When talking about society. No, I'm society. I'm seeing it kind of slip into like this. Like you said, it is. I feel like we're on this roller coaster ride, and it's just going down, down, down. And usually there's a hill that goes up.
The pendulum swings the other way.
I'm not seeing the pendulum is just. Whop.
It's got to keep going down, dude.
I think it's going to do that thing on the swing set when you go all the way over.
And then your skin goes inside out.
I mean, it's good because these guys, a majority of the guys that have been outed have been like, sorry. Like, they'll like actually like are fessing up to it, which like they know they're busted, but like.
Or you don't, and you say they're all a bunch of liars, and you're backed by your entire party and running for fucking senate.
Yeah, or you touch a kid.
Or you say on tape you molested women and they let you do it and blah blah blah, and you've been allocated by fucking raping 13-year-old girls, but you're the president of the United States. It's just crazy. Our society's weird. We're living in a weird place.
I moved on her like a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the line. I was like,
no, that saying has been.
I moved on her like a bitch.
Every now and then that will pop in my head. He's going, I moved on her like a bitch. Like,
what does that mean?
Donald Trump as the pickup artist.
What that tells me is he's admitting that it was a bitch move to move in on her like that.
No. She's the bitch.
Yeah.
Like
there's no way he would. Yeah,
it's like
dude.
I moved in on her like a bitch, like a female dog in heat is what I think that he is saying.
Oh shit!
Right?
No, see, I was thinking that
doesn't he say something about not having any gum too, or something like
Tic
that?
Tacs.
Like, yeah. Or something.
I need a Tic Tac.
He's got that fillet of fish breath.
Yeah.
Just that fillet of fish.
Can you imagine the breath of 2 Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fishes, and a chocolate malt?
It's the breath that gets you president, dude.
Brought to you by McDonald's.
I just realized that I said frish. I said fillet of fish.
Yeah.
But yeah, imagine like a fillet of fish smothered in special sauce.
It'd probably be pretty dope.
Dolloped on the top with a little chocolate shake kiss.
Ugh. Gross.
Oh, God.
Gross.
I want to know what the presidential log is like. Like, I want to know what his shits are like.
I was like,
daily log. What's his daily log?
I thought you meant like his journal. It was like it's crayons, dude.
It's like, today I learned how to draw an X.
Yeah.
Oh, and that motherfucker just has the 8-pack. He doesn't have the 64-pack of like bitch and crayons.
No, he like tries to put them together on the page.
Yeah,
you know.
He actually has a 6-pack because he threw away the browns and the blacks.
Oh, but
He just has a white crayon.
drummer, right?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That was fast.
Where were we? Where does the time go?
Where does the time go?
Take it back on track. Come on.
I'm trying to host this shit.
It's my first podcast. I'm learning from you guys.
You're doing a great job.
We're talking about social media and all of the shit that goes along with it.
And it sucks to be a woman.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I get it.
Hey, it's hard out there for a lady.
I totally get it. And I know we make jokes on the show all the time, and but man, like, why does it have to be all or nothing? Like I said earlier, like I've never raped anybody, nor I don't think I've ever really.
I don't like that word. That word is harsh. It's
Hold
a
on, hold
harsh
on.
word.
Rape.
It's that, dude. Just the word
I
sounds.
have never forcefully made love to anyone.
Never.
In
It's just
my
like
entire
the
life.
word
I mean,
itself just
The
sounds.
thing
like,
is that word is hard, but I mean,
the action's
the
even
action
worse.
is I
But
mean,
that's the thing. Like that's the one thing where the word sounds just as bad as the actual action. You could say like that dude murdered somebody.
Yeah,
but
and
saying
you're
the word
like,
murder is like, there's a lot of bands with the word murder in it. You don't hear a lot of bands called rape.
yeah,
It is a
Yeah.
guttural, like,
It's like
oof.
rape.
It's like the C word, you know? It's like
fucking
saying the
Tony the
C
Tiger?
word. Like,
Yeah.
oof,
yeah.
The C word.
you know, UNT.
Oh,
I don't like it. It like it ugh.
it rhymes with
I
butt.
hate the way it sounds.
Yeah,
It's a
Hate the way it
gross word.
sounds.
and
Yeah.
it's not a descriptor. It's no.
It's a noun.
Yeah, but
Well, no, it can be an adjective,
you're being a.
or you're being e,
Oh yeah, sure.
but it's still all derived from a terrible guttural word.
Yeah.
I like that
just
term.
guttural words used to describe something. I don't like it. I don't like the action. Hey, let it be known. I don't like rape. I think rape's ridiculous.
That's good.
Rape is ridiculous. 2018.
Is that going to be on your tombstone?
Yeah.
Next
It's
year.
ridiculous.
It's just stop raping people. Stop raping people. Stop killing people. Stop shooting black kids. And let's just start being cool. And that's fine. And that'll work for a time. But there's still going to be corporations running this whole goddamn thing.
I just think it's always going to keep happening. Is my thing. It's like it's never
Exactly.
going to stop.
Yeah.
Like it's like same thing with bullying. It's always gonna happen. I think.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know.
Well, let me ask you
it's
this,
always gonna be a
like-
thing.
Do you think, and again, not to be doom and gloom or old man, but like talking about that pendulum swinging, I feel like we're still fully swinging in this direction. And I just wonder, like, are we ever going to swing back? Or was this the same thing our parents felt or our grandparents felt? I'm really curious because it seems, I mean, again, I am a, you know, youngly middle-aged white male in America with a decent job and a house and a car and friends and a wonderful podcast. But like it's still like the climate that I'm in feels really shitty.
You know what it feels like?
Sure.
And if it's shitty for me, imagine what it's like for other people.
It feels more like not so much as like a pendulum swinging, but remember tetherball? Where you just hit
dude,
that
it's-
fucking
Yeah.
ball and the
Oh,
ball's just
man.
spinning. And you know what? Eventually
Yep.
it's going to stop. And then someone's going to have to, okay, well, let's play again. Let's take the ball off.
Yeah.
Let's re-wrap it back.
Dude, that's fucking.
It
that's
feels a lot
real
like
good.
tetherball. And like
That's
someone
real
just
good.
whacked it. Trumpet just hit that fucking ball like a bully.
He
And like, I can't read shit. It's just going
moved on
to
it like a bitch.
Yeah.
I moved in on that ball like a bitch, and it wrapped it around the society's arms, and they fucking hung.
That is so weird though not to go back to that, but I heard that as he moved in on her like a bitch, like it was
Like
a bitch
he was like,
I moved in, like Nosferatu, right? Which I'm sure is exactly what he looked like moving in on.
that's what I
whoever he
imagine.
was
Is
Short little fat fingers though, instead.
Did you ever see the cartoon Charlotte's Web
Yeah.
as a boy? What was the name of the rat?
the rat. Yeah,
What was his name?
Oh fuck me!
I don't remember.
He had a very interesting name.
My driver's ed instructor looked a lot like him as well.
It wasn't Ratatouille,
No.
but it was it Eugene?
AP, get headed up.
I don't remember the name of the rat, but he
rat.
had a name. He had a song about a smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord. Life is a smorgasbord. Mortgageboard.
That was a dope ass movie.
It was a dope.
Charlotte
he,
was kinda
He got
hot,
drunk.
too.
He got drunk as shit and sang about
I
I
would
haven't
say.
seen it forever. Did he get drunk? Man.
Wait, is that not Dumbo that fell into the
No,
liquor?
Dumbo. No. The smorgasbord guy got
Templeton.
drunk. Simpleton.
Templeton.
Simpleton.
Templeton the Simpleton.
Templeton is a good name.
Templeton.
It's good.
Yeah, he got drunk and sang a song, and yeah, but the Dumbo one was more like an acid trip.
So they just had vats of acid by the elephant cages.
LSD, man. Just
So they get-
man, where are we keeping the LSD? Over by those elephant cages, man.
Listen, that's how they get the elephants to comply. They just get them real tripped out. What's up? Somebody's here?
No. I gotta piss.
Oh, all right. I forgot that we talked about the sign language.
and it was
Put your dick up.
what?
Welcome back, boys. Episode 84. Again, boyspodcast.com. Link to all things boys. Check it out. I had a question for you, Chris.
What is up?
You are you're a man of the world. You travel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking a lot of Ubers and Lyfts, correct?
I have.
Okay.
I have.
What's your feeling when you get one of those? Where do you usually sit? Front or back?
Dude. Okay, if
I'm bringing it back up.
I'm so ready for this,
it
dude.
totally depends.
Yeah.
I find it very uncomfortable to sit in the back if there's no one in the front.
Thank you.
But I also think that some people driving might not like you in the front seat with them.
Then they
like
can
if it's
suck it
if
up,
it's a
dude.
female by themselves,
Yeah. Okay.
probably
Yeah,
like
no, I'm not sitting- no.
like make them feel weird, But me, if I were driving, I wouldn't want a stranger in the back that could like get to me.
See, I'm trying to.
So it's different for every situation. I'd rather be in the front just because, like, I feel like drive me. Like, I don't, you know. And
but that's when you paid for a car service.
I get that, and I totally get that. I totally
hold
get
on.
that.
I say all this because I've said it before. I don't like sitting in the front, but on my New York trip, I was forced to be a front seater. We got an Uber.
Right.
We got an Uber Lyft or a Lyft line.
Wait, hold on. What's Lyft line?
It's like the Uber pool where you share it with somebody.
Ew.
I know, Roman. So Roman hops in the back with these two
Roman
other
the farter, just farting up the Uber the whole time.
Roman pops in the back with these other jokers, but it's his Uber, and I sit in the front seat.
Hold on. He paid for the Uber?
We did
And
back.
you sat in the front?
We did back and forth. Yeah. So, but
But I say if you paid or called the Uber, then you are the front seat driver.
Roman?
There was a girl
Go ahead.
that kind of looked cute, so I
Oh,
went for
so you moved
Okay.
in on her like a
I
bitch.
see. You moved on her like a bitch, huh?
So okay. So
you
further
couldn't find your Tic Tacs or
further proving my front
Grab my
seat
good
point.
hand.
This I opened the front door and the driver seemed startled, and he had his lunch. He had his lunch in a bag in the front seat, and the seat was pushed all the way up.
Weird.
He was not expecting someone to sit in the front.
that's your cue, dude. If the seat's pushed all the way up,
Yeah.
I feel that might be a sign that they don't want you up there, or if there's like a bag in the front seat.
But there was
with them.
nowhere for me to sit. The back seat was totally full.
Roman's dying to jump in here. Are you
check
going to set the record
But
straight?
it was a pool, so I feel like if we're sharing it, then the front seat, because they already had two people in the car and they knew they were picking up two people,
Oh, he should have known.
so he should have known.
Yeah, dude.
Good point.
Keep
Put
your lunch at home.
away, my guy.
But
put it in the goddamn trunk.
I should have sat
Yeah.
in the front seat because I paid for it. Josh should have been comfortable. Got to take care of him.
I was fine.
you
I
were
was
trying
fine.
to.
We had a
you were
great
trying
time.
to talk to a girl, dude. You're cool.
I had an excellent time.
I have never, ever sat in the front seat of an Uber. If an Uber pulls up to my house to take me to, the high-low, the speakeasy, another bar.
Chili's,
The Walgreens
Chili.
down the
Out
street.
back.
Chili's.
I
Applebee's,
always sit
TGI
back.
Fridays,
Ooh, Applebee's has the best
Buffalo
bar.
Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild.
Are you a wingman, Chris?
I'll get down.
I feel like that's a whole different thing.
We're going from
Dude,
Uber to
wings.
Wings.
And
Boys
like-
podcast.
like finish your thought.
All right.
Finish
and on the
thought
alphabet
here.
scale, U to W, not that
Short
far.
answer, yes.
Okay, that's
absolutely.
all I need to know. All I need to know.
I will do it.
So when an Uber pulls up here,
Mm-hmm.
I always get in the back because
you want to feel like a king.
exactly. I want to feel like
I'm paying that $8.99 or whatever the fuck the trip is.
I want to feel like Puff Daddy
Yeah, and
on the way to the MTV Music Awards in 1997.
Fuck yeah, man.
Okay, can I take the mic real quick?
Take it.
Okay, you're not Puff Daddy, all right? The driver isn't your fucking driver.
Yes, he is.
No. If he was your driver, you'd have way more money. You'd have a limo, and you'd have a homie in a tux that is your driver.
I'll
you
say
give
this.
him. Hold on. You give him $8, and he drives you to a bar. He is your fucking Uber driver, dude. I sit in front seat every time.
When you get a cab, do you sit in the front seat or back seat? I'm going to say this one more fucking time.
I'm a 24-year-old. I've never gotten a cab.
What?
No,
You've never been in a cab?
He's younger than Uber.
that's not true.
He's younger than the yellow.
Okay.
He is younger than the yellow cab agency. That is very. I saw mine.
No, I've never gotten a cab. I've never
Oh.
had to because there's.
You're in Oklahoma. They don't really exist.
Yeah, that's true.
And no, and I mean like, there's as long as I've needed a Lyft or an Uber.
When you ride a bus,
There's always-
do you sit in the very front seat?
I've never ridden a bus.
Okay. All I'm saying is you're paying for a service. Utilize that service in the best way possible. I'm not going to... If I buy a first class ticket on an airplane, I'm not going to go sit in coach.
Right, but there's no first class ticket on Lyft.
You paid for it.
Can't you get the
You paid
Uber car
$8.
service? That's like the nicer cars. Don't they do that?
Yes,
Uber,
they do.
It's
And,
tight.
and if that's the case,
You get
then
in the back.
he's your fucking
You get in the
driver.
back.
You're not even in the front seat of a fucking Ford Expedition? What a fucking piece of shit.
You know what's funny? One of the last times I used a Lyft, the guy had like a Mercedes. It was this fucking fly ass whip, and and normally that's what he does. He does the driver thing, you know. And on this occasion, I got the guy. Freaked me the fuck out. It was like me and my girlfriend at the time. We get in the car. It's this really fucking nice car. We're sitting in the back. And he was like, yeah, normally, you know, like if you get one of these cars, it's like, $60 for where you guys are going. And in my head, I was like, hold up. You're not charging me 60 fucking bucks. It said 12. And I freaked out. I was just like, hold on. Did I get like the super expensive Uber? And no, guy just like,
Off the clock.
yeah, it was tight.
But that's the thing. You got a deal.
Right.
Robbie would have loved that. Robbie loves a deal. I love a deal.
I love a
yeah.
good deal.
Oh, I
love a
loved
great
it too.
deal.
It
Deal's
was a
great.
sick ass car, dude. It was real cool.
Yeah.
But
And you sat in the back seat like a human being.
Now, hold on.
that one,
Sorry, I hate to keep harping on this. It's just, if you sit in the front seat, you're a fucking savage.
I sit in the front seat every time. I guess I'm a savage.
Okay, let me
Sorry.
let me flip
Flip it and reverse
flip
it.
it.
Put the thing down, flip it, and then reverse it.
Put the parking brake down.
Yeah.
Flip it, reverse
Sorry,
it.
Robbie.
If you were driving for Uber,
Tokyo Drift this shit. Yeah.
great movie. If you were driving for Uber,
Yeah.
would you? Okay, the 5 of us in this room right now, like we're all cool dudes. One of us is semi-famous or famous,
I would say
semi-famous.
C-list at that.
that's a D. Like I'm at D. Yeah.
Were you ever in a Tiger Beat magazine?
I don't know. Maybe.
Wait,
I
what
think you may have
magazines
been.
have you been in?
Rolling Stone. Let's like Rolling Stone. Alternative Press, for sure those, right?
Yeah.
Dude, then you're famous.
Kerrang!
Yeah.
Circus. Hit Parader.
I don't know about those two.
Modern drummer.
Yes.
Were you on the
Dope.
cover of
Okay,
Modern
dude,
Drummer?
if you're on-
no.
if you're
no.
okay, but if you're
coveted,
on
coveted slot.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I
That would be
mean,
cool.
but
Dude,
you know.
you're at least B then. Don't give yourself a D. Come on, give yourself more credit.
I'm gonna say C list. I think.
Okay.
I think
He's passed. He's passable.
For the sake of the argument,
C
Okay.
minus
C
list.
list,
All right.
and we're like back to the Uber thing because this is a hot. This
It's
is a
a
hotly
point of
debated
contention.
subject.
It's a
Yeah,
point
it's
of
a thing.
contention.
Obviously,
I
somebody's
want to help with this with you guys.
guy over
here.
Somebody's hot.
Hot on the Uber thing, man.
All right, set it straight. As a man who's taken many Ubers,
I think it totally depends on the like obviously the car you're getting. I mean,
Yeah.
if the people in the
If I'm
front, they'll
getting
give you the
back
vibe.
Oh, if it's a 1995 Honda Accord, I'll sit wherever the fuck I'm gonna sit. Like, but if it's
I'll get in the trunk, dude.
yeah, I mean, you might as well. They're probably gonna put you in there
That's
anyway.
probably where you're going.
What if the driver looks like a real cool person, and you're just like, you're feeling friendly. Let's get up and chat.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
in a new town. They can give you the ins and outs of that
Yeah.
town.
No, I chat. I
If
chat
you're
from the
friendly.
back seat.
Yeah, like a creep, dude.
That's not a creep. That's
no.
just.
I stand with Josh. Hashtag.
All right,
I sit with Josh in the back seat.
I'm a front seater, dude. I like to talk to people.
Hashtag
Me too.
backseat.
I like to talk 'cause, like
Yeah.
I use it in new cities a lot. So I will
Yeah.
I want to sit next to them and like ask them like
Bother
the
them.
local stuff like where do you go here, blah blah blah. And usually I feel like they might open up more if you're sitting next to them as opposed to
Yeah.
like behind them like where do you like to go?
Have you noticed? So are you?
There is a creepy element, I guess, to being like
yeah.
the guy like on his like. I'm imagining being in an Uber at night a lot. I don't know why, but I usually take an Uber
Typically, yeah.
in the evening.
Well, it's not a daytime thing. It's like I'm gonna take this Uber somewhere. Well, we did that a lot during the
I
day.
used to do that when we played D&D together.
You did. You
Yeah,
Ubered home
every single
and
time.
Do you want to be the guy in the back seat with the phone light glowing from the bottom, like the best angle, like
Yeah.
kind of like what I look like right now?
No, dude.
Like, no, that's not a good look for me.
I sit in the front seat and talk.
Hold
to
on,
him.
that's a totally different thing. My phone is not out when I'm in an Uber.
I think this is not a black and white issue. There's a gray. There's like this is a
There's an area of
this is-
gray for sure.
Completely depends on the situation.
There's an area of gray, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, yeah, it depends on the situation. However, always backseat. And you do chat. Always backseat.
Hold on. So I'm finding some patterns here,
Okay.
some parallels.
Yeah.
I am in the back seat as well. I
Yeah.
agree with you there.
Gotta stay in that backseat.
But I am on my phone from before I get in till after I get out because I don't want to talk.
That's
I
why you're
want-
in
you
the
know
back
that?
seat.
Okay, have you
There
checked
you
your
go.
rating?
Okay.
Okay, so hold on.
You gotta check your rating.
I think we're
Ron.
onto something here.
Are you an introvert?
Right.
I'm a loud introvert.
Yep.
Like I'm an introverted person, but I'm
Extrovert?
very
Extrovert for sure.
Introvert.
Extrovert, dude.
Josh is extra for
You
sure.
I'm
sit in the
extro.
back, dude.
But I sit in the back because what's that?
You shift from intro to extra.
That's true. I
Okay.
Real shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
I'm a
Okay.
shifty
Shifty guy.
motherfucker.
We got
over
a
here.
shady extrovert.
Shifty
Yeah.
shell shocker.
Shady extrovert.
I'm an introvert, but given a stage to perform on, such
Yeah.
as Boys Podcast, I really come out of my shell.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So,
There you go.
but day to day, I'm kind of like a quiet, like I
True
don't really talk
Raphael.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like
Gotcha.
at
I
work
gotcha.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
See, I just go
We're onto
front seat
something.
because I like to talk to people. There's only one time I've actually sat in the back seat. Satin is not a.
No, Satin
It is in this state, boy.
dude.
There's only one
That's a
time I've
rejects
ever.
tune right there.
Satin.
Satin in the back seat. You know what? No, that's gonna be a new
Dude, that
segment.
could have totally slid by, and I just fucking no. There's only one time I've ever sat in the front seat, and that was on my
Back seat.
That was from there we go, from your house to my old house, and it was this woman, this like old lady who had fucking crutches in the front seat, and I opened up the front door and I was like, nope, sat in the back seat, and she was just
You
like,
audibly said nope.
no,
Okay, I was gonna
I'm not
say.
a monster,
Dude, that would have been amazing.
I would have
Freak.
Yeah, I'm not like, oh, shit's broke. And then,
like an asshole.
I would have jumped on those jokers and went down like a slide,
No,
just
no.
right into the glove box.
I opened up the front seat. I saw it, closed the door, opened up the back door, and she's just like, I'm sorry, that's for my crutches. And then she had names for them. And then that ride is the only ride that I was just like, all right. And then I took out my phone and was just like, I don't need to talk to
I would
you.
have
was
sat in the
weird.
middle seat, put that like just lap band on,
Yeah.
and then just like rolled over and just like been on
Where'd
my
you-
phone in the back seat. The
I
whole time.
implore.
Fuck it.
I implore everyone, just sit in the back, just once, just sit in
take
the
a back seat.
take a back seat and feel what it. Just an inkling of what it feels like to be a Chris Gaylor in the Rejects and be in the back of a car and someone driving you somewhere.
I have an idea. Let's make a pact right now.
Okay.
So the two front seaters are sitting across from each other at this table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The two back seaters are sitting across.
Ooh, crisscross applesauce.
Chris Cross.
Chris Gaylor applesauce. You know what I'm saying? Let's make a pact.
Okay.
I'm going to sit in the front next time if
I'll
you'll
sit-
sit in the back.
All right,
I'll
cool.
sit in the
Front?
back.
You go in front, Josh?
I did
Do
it
it.
before. I'll do it again. I'll
All
do
right,
it again.
cool.
Back.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then we're going to report back.
Oh
Okay.
boy,
And we're going to talk about this.
I mean, life
One of these
begins when you step outside of your comfort zone.
That's true.
that's true.
That's
And the
deep.
front seat to me is
It's
totally
like a Dove soap
Way out of my comfort
container
zone.
or something.
I feel like I like total like out of the comfort zone is front seating and like on a Saturday afternoon, like Saturday like 2. I'm gonna take the Uber to somewhere random.
Right.
Can you take me to Whole Foods at 2 and I'm gonna sit in the front seat?
Wait, you take an Uber to grocery shop?
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
You can't. You can't.
I'm trying to
take
go
an
way out of
Uber.
my comfort zone.
If you take an Uber to Whole Foods, they're just gonna be pissed because they're like, I'm taking this guy to go get groceries. He's probably gonna ask me to sit and wait so that I can.
Oh, you never asked them to sit and wait?
No.
They make nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you totally can, and they make nothing
do.
for idling.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, they do, but it's so like.
That's
Yeah.
why you tip them
It's like-
hard when they drop
Yeah.
you off.
Well,
Oh, well, that's the other thing. I don't
tip.
tip. No, what?
You don't tip your drivers?
I don't tip. Period.
Well, because you sit in the back seat, you don't pay for the banter.
No, like-
I tip, dude.
That's an excellent point, dude.
Exactly.
I
man.
thought I was tipping with my witty personality and my charm.
But you sit you're in the back seat on
I
your
don't-
phone the whole time.
I don't tip at
Where's the
restaurant.
charm, dude?
It just like emanates.
Did
from
you
me.
just say you don't tip at restaurants?
No, unless I'm going to like a really fancy place like Red Lobster.
Are you kidding me?
Or Bubba Gump Shrimp Company?
Okay, there's no way.
tip it.
Yeah,
There's no way you're serious because you said Red Lobster was a fancy restaurant.
The Cheddar Bay biscuits, that's pretty
they are
fancy.
pretty good.
They are really good.
Red Lobster
They're
is
pretty
not a
good.
fancy place
Did you
to
say
eat,
bread
dude.
lobster?
No, I said Red Lobster.
Okay, I said bread
What is the
lobster.
fancy place in Oklahoma? The Ranch? Is that kind of like the?
What the fuck is the ranch?
That's a
I've never
TV
been
show
there.
on Netflix.
That's a steakhouse in L.A. There's
No,
a
it's
place
here.
called.
Are you
There's
called
a place called the Ranch here.
Cattleman's? You talking about
Mahogany?
Cattleman's?
Cattleman's is amazing.
Cattleman's is so good, dude.
I'll get down.
Slide
some
over, Dylan.
Cattleman's.
We have a new AP. Fast on the phone. Oh my God, we're gonna have a celebrity death match after this.
Okay, fine. Bye. No.
Bye. Don't step on it.
Do not step on that.
All right. What is the fanciest restaurant in Oklahoma? Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Nick's at the top is still holding.
No, Vast probably.
No, dude, what's
What
the
is the one on
place-
top of the Devon Tower?
That's what I was about to
Vast.
say.
That's Vast.
Dude, we're
Vast.
on one right
Yeah,
now.
let's say
We're on
Vast.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know
guys,
what?
hey,
Let me.
dudes,
gonna follow him on
ladies,
Twitter
alike,
again?
if you
Are you joking me right now? I'm about to look a thing
jerking my
up,
dick?
dude. Are you joking?
take your guy or gal to Vast for a nice Christmas date.
Okay, so if you and your
Future
Christmas
sponsor.
date were in the car going to Uber,
You're going to Uber. You're going to Vast.
we were walking out to your front yard to go to Uber, and then you're going to go to Vast. Do you put the girl up front or do you sit up front?
You sit up front. You definitely sit up front.
No, you sit together in the back.
Unless
can, like,
he's not thinking,
do one of these, you know?
You get a little finger bang in the back
Whoa,
seat.
I wasn't going there.
Oh.
I was handing her some roses.
Or you put her in the front so hand can go between the seat thing on the bottom seat and the
Oh,
top
You
seat.
got a real Stretch Armstrong on your hands
just
at that point.
Real quick,
I used to
The
do that to my
restaurant-
girlfriend all the
What you
time.
got, buddy?
the restaurant on top of the Devon Tower is vast. That's what
I
it's called.
believe Roman beat you by like 5 minutes on that one, but
But wasn't it
Hey,
called
Roman,
Nick's before? Nick's at the top,
shut up,
right?
dude.
Nick's at the top.
Nick's is the one
top.
that spins, right?
Yeah, that's the one at top of Regency Towers, or not Regency, Legacy Towers. What's
They got a Nick's Grill up there.
I've never
No.
been to either one. I don't know if I could. I mean,
Dude, Nick's Burgers on,
Nick's Burgers
on
is good.
Penn that's what I'm talking. I was making
It's
a
so
joke.
tiny though.
Dude, it doesn't matter, man.
they
You
opened a
gotta-
new one, didn't they? It's supposed
Yeah.
to be like really big. My dad
It's
was telling me
a
about
it's
it.
a restaurant / bar with a basement
It's like
bar on the bottom.
It's right across the street from
garage.
a garage. Yeah.
Where?
Close to downtown on Hudson's by
Hudson something. 13th.
by
It's
another
in the
restaurant.
Midtown area. You find it. Google it.
Okay.
yeah, it's good.
Speaking of Google, googleboyspodcast.com.
Why?
Because
Just
you'll
go
find-
to boyspodcast.com, you dad.
Well, some dads like to Google the website that they're going to go to.
I totally had that moment the other day. I was looking for a microphone. Actually, no, I was looking for a mic stand. We were looking for those dope ass.
Oh,
like,
the one, yeah, the
That's
Z's,
some old
yeah.
man musician stuff.
dude. just go down to Del City Music, go down to Jenkins, and get you a mic
Get your
stand.
nice musician's gear mic
You can
stand.
get- you can get you a mic stand for about $80.
Are they $80?
They used to be, dude. Like before Amazon and GuitarCenter.com and Reverb. I remember being young. Like, okay, so we're about the same age, Chris.
Yeah.
Have you always played drums?
I have.
Okay.
Yes.
As a kid, when did you start
Well,
playing
violin
drums?
and drums. Like, so I was never a guitar player, vocalist, any
Oh
of that.
shit, you
Now-
play violin?
I did at one point.
Dab.
Whoa.
Showing his age. Showing his young age
Hold
by
on,
dabbing
whatever.
on a fucking mic podcast.
When did you start playing drums?
When I was like 11.
Okay, so
I was
perfect.
a kid. Yeah, I was a
perfect.
kid.
Wasn't drum gear way more expensive when you were a kid?
I had one cymbal. Like, I had hi-hats and a ride cymbal until I was like 20, I think, because it was so expensive for cymbals, you know? And like, I was busy buying drum heads or sticks
Yeah.
or gas to
Yeah.
tote the drums
Dude,
around.
the drum
Yeah,
heads and
like-
sticks kill, dude.
It was-
you
it's the
always
worst.
need them. Yeah, you're always breaking drumsticks because you suck because you're 17.
I'm like duct taping drum
Hitting
heads back
rims.
together.
Yeah.
and
Or
it
like
sounded
taping
like
your
crap.
drumsticks back together. All
Yeah,
that
it
shit.
sucked. I
Yep.
mean, it was not the, and you had the worst load in of like,
Yeah.
anytime you load in somewhere, it's like you're lugging and it was like that rule that you only took in your gear,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, when you were
Yeah,
like,
dude.
hell,
Oh,
those
cool. You're
bands
bringing in
back
your
then-
112 PV Bandit, and I'm bringing in this fucking
Unless like
four-piece
the
drum
bass
kit.
player had like the giant Ampeg, you know, like he had the giant rig, you know, the
Oh, yeah,
big
yeah, yeah.
cabinet,
Yeah.
like it kind of happened. That was like later on. We were a little older, I think. We can all
had a little
before,
money. Yeah.
before we could buy those.
Yeah, there's like a pre 810 and there's a post 810.
Yeah, it
For
was
the
like
bass
it's
player.
like totally,
Yeah.
it was
Like,
totally a thing.
You get that 810, you just sled on that joker down the stairs, you just
Oh,
get it
yeah.
in there, it's got casters.
Yeah.
Good to go. But
No, you put everything on top of it, and you just duct tape it all together on top of it, and just throw it down the stairs, and you get it all when it comes down.
but nowadays, like gear, cymbals, you know, guitar strings, like everything is so much cheaper and way more available.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, it's
don't get
insanely
me
making
wrong,
them.
the sky is the limit as far as like what you would spend on something.
Of
you know.
course.
But it's so much more accessible. Like when I was a kid and just learning guitar, I started playing when I was 14 years old. Like new strings was like rare.
I remember when all like my friends who played bass would boil strings too because they wanted to be able to reuse them over and over, and like it was
damn.
like you couldn't.
You got to get the funk off of them.
Yeah.
Which all you're left with is like finger water, like callus water.
Yeah.
It doesn't make the string better.
Robbie, they're not going to drink the water. They're just boiling.
No, you
the
do drink
strings.
the water to get
It's full of
all the
electrolytes.
skills that
Oh
you.
yeah, the skills
you
that
put in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. That is very true.
I'm drinking some Rick James tea right now. brewed from the clippings of his fingernails.
Okay, this will go. This will go to another thing we talked about. So speaking of old strings and shit like that, did you ever wear guitar strings as jewelry or guitar picks or anything like that on your person?
No, I didn't.
Basically, wearing garbage as jewelry. Did you?
No, I think did I do any? I don't think I did any of that stuff. I think I had.
Like pop can.
I just had like the black rubber bracelets that you
Oh,
would
the
wear.
jellies, yeah, and you
Yeah,
double
like-
them up, and make it the X, yeah.
Yeah, like wear the
yeah.
jellies or something like that, or like
There you
a.
You wearing one?
No. that was definitely
Just
a Robbie
pointing at my
Harris.
bro, yeah.
That was
just-
a Robbie Harris high school.
Oh, the double the X. Yeah, you got to X them up.
Deftones thing.
That was a Chino Moreno. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like if I saw any of my hero, like here I wouldn't say heroes, but like bands that I really liked, wearing something, I would try to emulate it as well as I could on a 16-year-old's budget.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it never,
no
and
money.
it never looked quite right.
Well,
You know,
okay.
it never looked as cool as them.
Case in point,
Yeah,
Knuckles
dude.
says I still do dog tag things because I think they look cool and they're
Look,
cheap
I mean,
as
I
shit.
have like the bead thing on my neck right now.
Yeah.
Like I'll never give that up.
No,
you know?
they're cool and they're cheap as fuck. You can buy a fucking whole spool of that shit for $10 at a Lowe's.
Did you guys ever have the triple stud leather bracelets?
Yeah.
Dude.
For a short time, I had the spikes and all that. Very, very brief period. but-
Oh, like the
rocked
actual
those-
spike bracelets?
spike- had a
I
couple
couldn't
spike-
hold. I couldn't do it.
Well,
I
back
tried.
when I was a kid, there was no hot top. There was like you had like
Vintage
the
Plus.
Vintage Plus, and or
Yeah.
you go to the Habana Inn.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they had
They
like
had,
all
like,
the
gay
S&M
shit there.
stuff. Okay. Yeah, and like so you
It's
go
gay,
buy
it's
like
gay.
the spike
Gay guys
chokers.
bought it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And like my
That's-
friends would get that, and I was like, "Where do you
hot.
get it?" And they're like, "Dude, don't tell him what the Habana Inn's got like the sickest spiked like
It's
you know
fetish
choker."
gear.
You know, it's just like
Yeah, we're
awesome.
wearing fetish gear.
Like, so
My
I-
Christian
I would-
mother was not wearing that
a
shit.
16-year-old kids strolling through the Habana Inn
Yeah.
to go buy S&M
Yes,
jewelry.
and like
so
punky
funny,
color
dude.
and nipple rings.
Yeah,
you know?
It's tight.
It's fucking tight.
Dude.
Give
now-
it up for the bears out there,
Yeah,
you know? Fashion forward.
I can't. Yeah, I remember. I think I still have it somewhere, probably hiding.
Dude, going to the vintage was like treasure. It was
It
like
was amazing.
finding, it was like that movie Indiana Jones, you know? You just found that
Don't.
goblet of grail.
There was
you
the
know?
back room with all
Goblet
the
of
army.
grail.
God damn it.
There was the army surplus place, like
Yes.
in the back
Army
room of it,
surplus
and I would
is
get like
tight.
that, and I would get manic panic.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like dye
Or
my hair
punky
with.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I believe Manic came before punky color.
Oh,
though.
it did. Manic Panic proceeded.
I
That's
had.
what I dyed my hair with at your mom's house.
Manic Panic?
Yeah.
What
And, yeah.
colors did you guys do? I had green.
I was a turquoise boy.
Nice.
I had blue and purple.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Blue and purple. You?
Blue, black.
Okay.
A lot of blue, black.
Just variations of blue.
I did never want to do mine black because I thought I'd look like Slash because my hair's real curly, and I was just not about that.
Dude, do it. Do it now.
Hell
Yeah.
no, dude.
Let's go to-
slash as
Like
Jack
tonight.
Black.
No, we're gonna
We'll see you right now doing a video podcast.
Fuck this shit. We're dyeing your hair.
go to Walgreens and get some fucking what was that shit called? Faria. We'll get Faria. And
Oh God, yeah.
Oh man,
Some
It's all-
Garnier Nutrice.
Let's all dye your hair with henna.
dude.
is that a thing?
Okay, hold
Oh,
on.
it is, dude. It lasts for so long, dude.
This is gonna show my age, but the first time I dyed my hair, it was with Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Peroxide,
Yep.
make it nice and orange,
Yeah.
and then you
Dye it with
dunk your
Kool-Aid.
head in the salad bowl.
Yep.
I remember
Totally.
like my friends Adam and Alan back in the day. I was at their house, and their mom worked nights, and their dad was gone, and we.
This was pre-internet too, because you
typical
didn't know
story.
what you didn't know what
Typical
to
story.
dye your hair with.
It was pre-internet. It was definitely pre-high-speed internet. Like they might have had AOL or Prodigy. Some
and there was no
dial-up
websites for this stuff.
Shitty stuff. And we filled a salad bowl full of water and put the Kool-Aid in there and made this like brown purple mixture of whatever. Peroxided the hair, and then literally like hunched over the bowl and dipped our heads in it.
What did the dip? What did it color your hair?
Like a purplish brown. I don't know. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was awful.
This was all word of mouth back then too, man.
No,
It was
lemon juice was a big one. You could
What?
bleach your hair with lemon juice or
Like some sun-in type
sun.
stuff?
I did the sun
peroxide,
a lot.
you
I
know,
would like
just-
open a bottle of touch of sun or sun in and like just pour it on my head. Turns it orange.
Dylan, how's that make you feel?
I'm too young for this, man.
it was rough pre-internet, man. This is like the pioneer
We're
days.
trying real hard.
I never fucked with my hair. Like I had a really good friend who bleached his hair all the time, and I was like, "Shit's already blonde, bruh." Like I don't know. But then I went and got some blue hair dye, and I was like, "Shit is dope."
Dylan,
And
let
that's
me
what I
tell you
did.
something about the '90s. It was a weird time. People
Yeah.
were dyeing things, piercing things,
Yeah.
tattooing things. It was a weird time.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds tight,
Yeah.
but
I have to say though, and back me up on this, Chris, like I'm kind of proud to be, and I've said this before, but I'm kind of proud to be the last generation that experienced like pre-internet and post-internet. Because when I was a kid, it didn't exist. And then it came out when I was like, 10, 11, 12. And then now it's like full on. But I got to grow up as a boy. I got to go outside and like.
Yeah. And plus, like when you got in bands, it was like so much more like you had to be really into it to get involved in like the scene in the community and like even book a tour.
Yeah,
you had to meet people all over the place, and like there was this magazine called Book Your Own Fucking Life. That's how you booked a tour.
Yeah,
and you pulled over on the side of the road and got on the payphone.
It was
to get a hold of someone.
Book. It was a phone book because there wasn't even email in it at the time.
Yeah, there was no one emailed.
No,
like even if you had an email, like you knew 2 or 3 other people with an email. Like
that was
no
for
one was
fucking
doing
nerds at the time. Like,
yeah, like
I remember
no
the first time I heard about email, I was like, "Who the fuck would use this? This is for fucking nerds and weird dads." Yeah,
no one had a cell phone. I mean, even when my friends started getting cell phones, it was like like 3 people with a cell phone. Like why? Like why do you have it?
You selling drugs?
It was fun. It was more of an adventure in a way. I mean, it's great now. Don't get me wrong. 'Cause, like you can learn about so much more like bands. Like if you're a fan of music, you can find stuff all over the place. But it's like, do you miss going to the record store and thumbing through a record and finding a band that you didn't know anything about, and like having to buy it or put it on? And it was so much better than just going click, click, click. What do they sound like? You had to figure it out. Like you had to want it a little more, I think.
Right, but I think I was just thinking about that recently because with Spotify and stuff, someone could tell you, or like even with Spotify Random Radio, an artist will pop up like, "Oh, this sounds really cool. I like it," and then you go to the artist, find its shit, and listen to more stuff like, "Oh, well, that song was cool, but the rest of it kind of sucks."
Sure.
Whereas like when
you'd
you
be
go
stuck with the album back in the day.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, because you went out, you saved up your money. Like, I'm gonna buy this record. One, it's usually off of artwork, or a band thanked that band in their book, a band that you liked, and like, oh, thanks to blah blah blah, L7 or Minutemen or blah blah blah, and you'll go find these records, and you get it, and you take it home. Like, okay, no, I gotta give a couple of spins. Like, no, this record's cool, man. It cost me $20. I saved up this $20. I like it. I like Squirt Gun.
No, you don't. Suck. No, you don't. No. So let's bring that into this matrix here.
Yeah.
God damn it.
When I was a kid, before the internet, really?
Dude, you do it all the time.
Drop it.
Don't even.
Right?
Wow.
So when I was a kid, I would go to, the Warehouse Music, the Blockbuster Music, the Camelot, the Disc Jockey, the Record Bar, all these places, Rainbow Records, Choice Music,
Rainbow Choice,
all these places. And you spent that hard-earned money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good call. The hard-earned money on a CD or a cassette when I was really young. I mean, I got into CDs a little later than some of my friends because my family was
like
poor.
long, but still it was like CD long box era.
Yeah, saving up your lunch money because you didn't have a job. Like you save up whatever
to go buy Faith No More Angel Dust.
Yeah,
when you're.
I was thinking Queensryche. We're not too far off, dude.
It's not too bad.
No.
Jet City.
But you buy that shit, and then you spent at the time a CD was like $20. I remember spending $24 on a CD.
Yeah, $26.
26, yeah, 27. 28.
Were prices right in this motherfucker?
And you listen to it
$1.
over and over and over because you had like 10 CDs.
Yeah, it's all you had. You had a little box, a little balsa wood box that you got from Walmart.
Do you remember your friends and you would all have to you'd agree to all buy a different
Oh yeah, and then you
record and you would
tapes.
trade with each other.
Or you'd make mixtapes or whatever, evolve it.
Like I want this, and I got stuck with 7 Seconds Soul Force Revolution one time because I was it was the 7 Seconds album that we didn't have. It was so bad, man. I remember I ordered it online, a mail order, and I was like, this is the 1 7 Seconds record we don't have, and I got it. I was like,
I know we
$15.
I know we sound so old.
No.
So old.
See, what's funny?
Mail order
for me, all this stuff sounds tight, right? And I know I'm 24.
You're old.
Okay, but I grew up with my grandparents. So when I was younger, my grandpa was just like, hey, I have all these old vinyls. We're going to fucking listen to them.
Vinyl, no S.
So I listened to Led Zeppelin with my grandpa. I listened to Tom Petty with my grandma. I listened to Black Sabbath. I was in it with my old grandparents, and it was fucking tight. And I grew up in this poor side of Tulsa were just like shitty people. Like somebody down the street got macheted to death, right?
So
Holy
Tulsa.
shit.
Yeah. No, not Tulsa. Tulsa's fine, but West Tulsa sucked. And so I had a buddy that I got my grandpa's cassette tapes, and my friend got his uncle's cassette tapes, and my buddy at the time found a way to like get on like just kind of like hack like airways, so he made his own radio station in West Tulsa, and we just made mixtapes on cassette tapes and recorded us talking and just like made our own radio station one time. And like just but it was all like Black Sabbath and like Dio and shit like that. It was so tight, dude. It was super
So wait,
cool.
is awesome.
pretty cool. Yeah.
That's way
But-
awesome.
And for me, like, did I save up my lunch money for CDs? No, I didn't. But every now and then we would go like to the BX because my grandpa was in the military.
Hell
so
yeah.
like shit was super cheap there and no taxes. First record I ever got was on CD. It was an AC/DC Live in Donington dual disc CD. And so I got that CD, and my parents, like, luckily were like super into me learning music. So my grandpa bought me like a $150 Alvarez acoustic guitar. So I went and listened to AC/DC, learned all the like 3-chord songs on that album.
Great
and then
guitar
just-
to play AC/DC on.
Yeah, it was tight. No. It was great because you want to learn on an acoustic.
Sure.
Because you got those bends, and then you get an electric guitar, and you shit on that thing, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, what is up,
Yeah,
dude?
like, this is
Let
easy.
me fucking bend on this hoe. And so, like,
Whoa.
oh, I'm sorry.
Let me move in on this bitch.
Yeah, like exactly. No. So, like, and then after that, I would just listen to my grandpa's records and just like try and learn how to play those. I mean, it was tight, but. No, I didn't save up my money. I didn't like have a bunch of friends who all wanted to go get different CDs.
But yours is the opposite. Like, you grew up on classic. You got the classics. I did not get classics. I had to learn. Like, my parents listened to music, but all the records they had were best ofs, or like basically what we would call now. That's what I call music, but like 70s edition. So
Yeah.
it was like, here's the hits of the 70s.
Yeah.
Or my mom had a shit ton of Alabama, which is why Robbie and I have a thing for Alabama.
Wonder
I
why.
grew up on Alabama.
Yeah,
Records.
my grandma listened to Beach Boys and fucking Phil Collins.
Okay, your grandma and grandpa sound way cooler
Yeah.
than my parents.
They were tight, dude.
Maybe we got
He's way
skipped.
younger though. Like,
Right,
so
that's true. Maybe we got skipped.
No, his grandparents are our age.
Maybe
Yeah, no.
because
My grandparents listened to Descendants and like Black Flag.
My mom.
we're gonna be those
my
grandparents.
grandma loved anal cunt.
No,
she was tight.
so my grandma had my mom when she was 18. My mom had me on accident when she was 18. So like my
Young
whole
boy,
family is
yeah.
young as fuck.
That's a quick turnaround.
yeah.
That's
So
what
like,
happens when you listen to rock and roll.
do what?
That's what happens. You listen to rock
Yeah,
and roll
dude,
at
it's
that young
fucking
age.
tight.
The
Like,
flames
you start
are burning.
fucking.
Yeah, like my mom and I have like the same sense of humor, get along. It's like super cool. And then my grandma is kind of like my mom, you know, like my mom is too young to be my mom. I've had friends that are the same age as my mom, you know,
feel you.
like it's, I don't know. It was tight. So no, I kind of wish that I had the same experience as you guys, but I don't know.
All right, so we got to wrap up soon, Chris.
Thank you so much. This was a blast, guys.
Dude, so fun. I feel like we just scratched.
High five.
We're high-fiving.
five. Across the table. Boom.
Got it. I
So
feel like we
good.
just scratched
Roman,
the
I'll
surface.
give you one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
thanks.
pitched in.
Thank you for hanging out, Roman.
Thanks, man.
Any parting words or anything you need to? You want to plug your Twitter that you don't check?
It's under, what is my Twitter? Is it underscore?
Dude,
What is
I'll
it?
check
You
it
know-
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
I
I'll
just-
check it.
I just wanna
New
follow
friend
it.
over
It's
here.
at
I got
Front
it.
Cedar.
I have a new friend on Twitter.
My
Tweeter.
Front suite. God damn
front-
it!
front
I do this
suite.
every time lately. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
I know.
front seat Trumper.
Is it underscore? Do I have an underscore? Or is it just? It's
No, dude, it's just straight
Across the
up
board, Chris
your
Gaylor.
name.
I don't tweet, but follow me. It's really I have low self esteem, so
Any,
you know, more people who follow me. That's
Anything
good.
new coming on the
Dude, it
rejects
is
front?
straight up at your name.
Sweet.
Yeah, dude.
We released an EP a few months back, and I think we're gonna start. We're slowly trying to get some more stuff together. I think we've got about 5 songs recorded. We're gonna put out some more EPs, and then eventually a record in the future.
Nice.
But we took like a 5-year hiatus, so it's a hiatus. We were still playing shows, but
All right, so I have to ask in closing.
Sure.
Josh and I went to the Blink show in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Chesapeake Arena. You guys played with them.
We did? Yeah.
I know Josh as well. Been fans of Blink 182. Like, I mean, I remember getting Dude Ranch in high school, going back.
Yeah.
I don't need the Motley Crue dirt, but like, give me your experience of being on the road with those guys. I would imagine they're all just like professionals.
They're all super nice dudes.
And dads.
Yeah, and like they had their kids out.
Nice.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah, dude, Travis Barker had his kids
He
out.
sat in the front seat of the Uber, whipped the kids out.
It's great. Like they
Throw
all
them in
have
the
their
back
own
seat.
buses, man.
Yeah.
Like their own
It's
dressing
separate
rooms.
buses, yeah.
It's such a huge scale that it's like, wow, man. Like it's just so big. It's cool though. I mean, they're all really nice guys still, but you know, you got 3 kids on the road with you and a wife. Like you hang out here and there. But they were all super very hospitable and nice, and the shows were stellar. And they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put on a show.
Not their first rodeo.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a while. It's not their first
I see what
Dude
you did there.
Ranch.
Oh, yes.
Damn.
All right. I think that's a great note to end it on.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you,
Chris.
guys.
It's been awesome. Bye.
He stepped on it. Chris Gaylor stepped on it.
Oh, damn.
Sorry, is that a thing every time?